Keep staring at my phone, hoping you're coming home. But deep down I think I know I'm better off alone. But I'd rather hear you lie than face the truth and cry. No need for sympathy, but can't bring myself to leave. Drinking you out my mind, watching the time go by. Stay faded, staying high, waiting for you all night. I'd rather hear you lie than face the truth and cry. Stay faded, staying high, waiting for you all night. Drinking you out my mind, watching the time go by. Stay faded, staying high, waiting for you all night. I'd rather hear you lie than face the truth and cry. Stay faded, staying high, waiting for you all night. Waiting for you, waiting for you, for you. Waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you all night. Waiting for you, waiting for you, for you. Waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you all night. I wish that I'd have known that night you took me home. One day you let me go, leaving me all alone. I keep on asking why I went home with you that night. Now all you give to me is empty apologies. Drinking you out my mind, watching the time go by. Stay faded, staying high, waiting for you all night. I'd rather hear you lie than face the truth and cry. Stay faded, staying high, waiting for you all night. Drinking you out my mind, watching the time go by. Stay faded, staying high, waiting for you all night. I'd rather hear you lie than face the truth and cry. Stay faded, staying high, waiting for you all night. Waiting for you, waiting for you, for you. Stay faded, staying high, waiting for you all night. Waiting for you, waiting for you, for you. Stay faded, staying high, waiting for you all night.
Reckless, more than I've been free. Defenseless, with your eyes on me. It's like I'm caught inside your endless sea, falling fast into the deep. Surrendered, won't be sound asleep. I've never known a life like this. A stranger's kiss, a sweet attraction. I've never known a love like forbidden bliss, consumed in action. I've never known a life like this, a stranger's kiss, the sweet attraction. I've never known a love like this, forbidden bliss, I'm yours. I've never known a love like this, forbidden bliss, I'm yours. Behold.
James.
Young Phil. Can they hear us?
Yeah, they can hear us.
Who's they?
I don't know. Anybody in the chat, sound off.
Where's Nancy Joe?
I don't know.
Where's she at? Where's Cam?
It's a good question. Where is Cam?
Where's Raider Ray? You know?
It's always a good question.
I've never known a life like this, a stranger's kiss, the sweet attraction. I've never known a love like this, forbidden bliss, consumed in action. I've never known a life like this, a stranger's kiss, the sweet attraction. I've never known a love like this, forbidden bliss, I'm yours. I've never known a love like this, forbidden bliss, I'm yours. Behold.
Where's your hat?
Sitting right next to me. Give me a second. Oh, the playlist is
It's popping.
it is. It's got some good ones tonight.
I like it.
Well, it is that time.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Ole do it.
Distance Nerding.
Yo, 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 yo.
Well. Hey,
What is happening, y'all?
what is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
I feel all glitchy right now. Am I glitchy?
A little bit.
Is that me? You, me, you, me, you?
You, not me. It's
Okay.
It's you. It's definitely you.
It's definitely me.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to Distance Nerding,
He's young phase 5 Phil.
and he's the Jamez. He's the fantastic Jamez 5000.
And we're here to nerd together. We're talking about anything pop culture, movies, food, music, wrestling, whatever you're nerding out on. We want to talk about it.
Now, guys, we have, as always, a fun show waiting for you. And as always, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Linktree, all at Distance Nerding. How are we doing tonight, man?
Good, man. Gonna run through some news, gonna run through some rumors. Let's get to it.
Going to be great. So, of course, on deck this week, we've got the download.
DC's big crisis event is here. Crisis on infinite DC projects.
It's kind of a tongue twister there.
Yeah.
And we've got starting rumors.
Will there be true lies in the Haunted Mansion? Ooh.
You see, the joke I went with was Halloween X Haunted Mansion.
Oh, see, that's good. That would have been good. Where were you?
When
we had the writing room, where were you?
Yeah, like when I was writing, how come you weren't in the room with me, Phil? The hell?
Good.
I know, right?
But first,
oh, that's right.
But first,
let me get a shout out.
Shout out to Poddex. In fact, this episode is powered by Poddex. Poddex are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. I saw you using them on your interview with Brian A. Prince on Monday. That was awesome.
Yeah, I kind of hit a rep for a second, and I was like, wait a minute, how come I'm not using Poddex? What the hell?
Yeah, use Poddex for interviews, so it was awesome. We actually used them when we interviewed him in Metal Art Comic-Con. So
right.
Whether you're an existing new podcaster or a broadcaster or looking just to grow your audience or get more engagement, you're going to want to check out Poddex. Use code NERDING10, NERDING10, for 10% off your purchase.
That's right, guys. So if you're unfamiliar with Poddex, again, it doesn't have to be something where you're an interviewer or a podcaster. Say you just want to do the icebreaker at your company meeting, or you're at a party and you kind of want to just break the ice at a party. It's good for that kind of stuff. They are great as decks, and also through the app. Of course, it's $40 a year to use the app, and you get every deck available. So that is a amazing deal, guys. Go to poddex.com, use the code NERDING10, NERDING10, and you get 10% off.
And you're like, $40, that's a lot of money. But that's like for the entire year. That's
Exactly.
less than a cup of coffee.
Exactly.
One cup of coffee a month, and you've paid for Poddex.
Right. It's well worth it, guys. I will tell you that right now. Now, you may be wondering if Poddex powers the podcast itself and the stream and all the shows that we do, what the hell powers Young Phil? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have an answer for that. Young Phil is powered by W. W is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. W contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors, no dyes, none of that crazy stuff that some of the competitors may have inside of their drinks. We have none of that, guys. Find out more about W at www.w.gg and use the code NERDING10 to get 10% off of your purchase. And there are 5 delicious flavors, guys. You have Dub Sludge, which is a Granny Smith apple and secret sauce, a tongue-tied secret sauce. Uh, Galaxy Grenade, which is a watermelon guava lime. Dragonade, which is one of my favorites. Dragonade is a dragon fruit strawberry pink lemonade. Of course, you have Beach and Peach. Beach and Peach is delicious, and it is a mango and white peach cooler. Then, of course, you have the new Passion Joy tea, which is a passion fruit iced tea. Guys, combine those flavors, get all the different just deliciousness out of that, and it is well worth it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nerding 10, go to w.gg. Just let them know that we sent you.
There you go. Cam, go get some w.gg. You can cure some of that tiredness from work. What's up, Cam? How you doing, buddy? Hope everything's going well up in the Idaho and whatnot. Thanks for dropping in, saying what's up. We appreciate you, sir.
Dude, Cam, is Spirit open already?
Dude, it's the middle of August. Of course it's open already.
Middle of August already? Oh my, it's not the middle of August, because the middle of August is when I'm getting married.
Okay. Are you getting married at a Spirit Halloween? Why are you so concerned about Spirit Halloween?
We're definitely getting married at a Spirit Halloween, and I'm gonna get a fake Beetlejuice costume.
There you go.
Just like a plastic pinstripe suit.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
I think there's one up in Placerville. Speaking of Placerville, September 25th, California Republic Comic Con. We've got some incredible panels that are about to be announced. Some vendors, some artists. It's always cool seeing like these comic book artists and all the different vendors that are making some amazing stuff, like purses and bags and whatnot. And everything's usually like got a nerdy theme. All the Funko Pops, all the vintage toys and collectibles that are running around. Dude, I love going to cons, especially California Republic Comic Con in Placerville, September 25th. Of course, we'll be there hanging out, doing some interviews and whatnot. It's going to be great.
Yeah. And James just kind of skipped over what this segment is. So I'm just going to quickly do it here. It is the Geekend Update.
Did it on purpose, everybody.
Because he didn't at all. He's just like, no, God, do we have to?
Oh, that's so good. So good. Yeah. Anyway, Republic Comic Con, California Republic Comic Con, September 25th in Placerville. I think it's at the fairgrounds, right? Fairgrounds?
Yes, it is at the Placer County Fairgrounds.
Yeah. El Dorado.
Oh, sorry.
El
Dorado County.
But yeah, it'll be awesome. That means there's going to be tons of space out there to hang out. It'll be good times. I can't wait for them to announce everybody. It's going to be great.
Now, if your con itch is itching and you can't wait to go to a con, is not this weekend, but next weekend, right? Stockton Con is happening. And there are so many guests at Stockton Con. It is ridiculous. They've got like half of the Sons of Anarchy cast there.
Yeah, that's right. Ryan Hurst is going to be there, right?
Ryan Hurst, but so is Ron Perlman.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. That'll be fun.
Gonna be there. That'll be a fun time.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. So, who's going to be there? Ryan Hurst, Ron Perlman. By the way, Ron Perlman is only there on Saturday,
right?
But you know who else is going to be there? Napoleon Dynamite himself.
No,
John Heater is going to be there.
Oh, speaking of Stockton Con, because we're over here plugging Stockton Con, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest in the building tonight. The legendary, the amazing Mike Millerick.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Up?
Surprise!
Mr. Miller himself. I love it.
How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're good. We're good, man. We were so we were doing our segment, the Geekend Update, which is basically where we plug shows and everything like that. And just as you came in, we were just talking about Stockton Con. So
That's good timing, though.
Yeah,
perfect timing. Well timed. Yeah, we were just talking about Ryan Hurst and Ron Perlman. And Ron's going to be there only on Saturday. So if your plan is to go see and meet Ron Perlman, make sure you're there on Saturday. What is that? The 13th? 13th.
Yeah, the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were running down the lineup, and it looks amazing. It looks amazing. John Heder. How do you say it? Heater?
Better.
John Heder will be there from Napoleon Dynamite. That's awesome.
I mean, Ming Chen's gonna be there. That's gonna be. We lost Mike.
All right, guys, I'm back.
No,
No,
we're.
no worries.
It asked me to log in, so I went to log in and I left. So
But
was
what
saying,
I was about to get to.
I was gonna say
about
Ming
to get
Chen is gonna be there. Nick Diaz is gonna be there.
yeah, Nick will be there Sunday only.
Right.
So
we just got off a huge WWE event, SummerSlam, and it was amazing. But like, if you're a wrestling fan, you have to go to Stockton Con. This is gonna be awesome.
Right.
yeah, we got Mickey James, JBL, Thunder Rosa, who is on
The champ.
Dynamite tonight, and
Mhm.
Johnny Gargano, who knows where he's going to end up in a few weeks or months.
Maybe he might be back in the WWE. I mean, you saw Ciampa just got a push on Monday, so
Yeah, I know that Triple H has always been a big fan of Gargano, so I
Mhm.
can really imagine that.
That's one of his like original NXT guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was he's definitely the first Triple Crown winner. I think he and Adam Cole are the only two.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So that's
That's
pretty
right.
awesome. Yeah, no, we're excited to have Johnny coming out, and obviously everybody else. And Nick Diaz is only going to be there on Sunday, as is Ed Begley Jr.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Johnny,
awesome.
Johnny Gargano and Ron Perlman will both be only on Saturday. So yeah, so make sure you get your 2-day tickets.
right. Look at that. Look at that.
Actually, there's a lot of locations in NorCal that are selling tickets. So we have there's a list on our website that you can check out, and there's like the Launchpad and Comic Grapevine and Lodi, Alice Comics in Stockton. We have a new partner in Stockton called Terra Coffee. So all those places are selling tickets for $20. They're for 2 days. And there's no service fees if you buy it in person, because we want to, obviously we want you to support our local businesses as well. But if you were to buy a 1-day ticket online, because you cannot buy the 1-day ticket in stores, you can only buy it online. The 1-day ticket actually comes out with the fees to like $21. So just go buy a ticket in the store and you get in both days. It's easy.
There you go. It's a good idea. Up closer here to Sacramento, like Big Pop Shop down in Elk Grove.
Yep, Big Pop Shop, Empire Comics Vault, A1 Comics.
Yep.
I mean,
Staples. There's Staples in the area.
Yeah. Those are pretty big comic shops in the area.
Yeah, I mean, and we go to the East Bay as well, and so basically, if you're in the area where there's somebody within probably 10 to 15 miles from you, probably selling tickets.
So much fun. I'm super excited for this show. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, we appreciate your guys' support, and we're really excited. We've got we have a costume contest each day. The adult contest 13 and over on Saturday, and then the kids contest 12 and under on Sunday. Both are at 4:00. So we've got that going on. We've got a lot of fun vendors coming out. I mean, it's we're real excited. SPW will be back as well.
Yes.
Yes.
The arena. So,
Do you think Mr. Miller will make an appearance?
that's possible, but he's really hard to like negotiate with. So
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, like, you have like a big contract deal with him, or
well, it's a pay for play kind of thing, and
Yeah.
So I'm more concerned about the other guests than that guy. So
Yeah, heard he's a diva. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I heard he's like almost like a mini Vince McMahon. He's kind of just
Something like
English. He's very, very he's very demanding, is what I've
that.
heard.
For sure.
let's talk about the artist for a second.
Yeah.
Is that right? You're gonna have Art Adams there?
Yeah, I just actually talked to Art today.
Oh.
So we're excited to have him, and we've got Dan Brereton, Tim Bradstreet, who has done some iconic covers. So huge on the Punisher line.
Chris Marinan.
Chris Marinen's gonna be there.
Chris Marinan will be there. James O'Barr, who created The Crow, will be there.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
So, and we've had a guy he's been in, honestly, So I've got a group of vendors, and I just did the math on this the other day. I believe there's 20 vendors or guests that were at the first Stockton Con and this Stockton Con. So this is our 10th anniversary.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
we did a
That's right.
special print for all those folks that have been there for every one. It's basically it's kind of like a nice merging of the two posters and kind of a nice thank you for them. It's so if any of our vendors are watching, they're getting a little preview of what they're gonna get. But you know, so one of the artists that has been like one of our guests, Tony Fleece, has been at not every show, but he was at the first show and then has been at many others. So we're really excited about him. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check out Stray Dogs, but it is awesome. I mean, it's a great comic. So and he's been behind that. But we have another guest that's been there since the beginning by the name of Mel Smith. And he created Dead Ahead. Done some other stuff. He did a Death Race comic, which I was a huge fan of the Death Race movie when I was a kid. Death Race 2000,
Like the original Death Race, right?
the
Yeah.
original one from the 70s. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he did a take on that in comic form. But he is working with John Hageman, who has been a guest at Stockton Con as well. And I believe Art did one of a piece of I believe he did the cover for this book. It's a San Francisco Giants giveaway that's ironically being given away on the Sunday of Stockton Con.
Oh, nice.
But we are going to be giving away some copies of that book at
nice.
Stockton Con, so we're really excited about that.
I think Chris Marinan actually worked on that as well.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we were talking to him about that just a couple weeks ago. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. So yeah, there's this is obviously we had the event in September last year, and we were very we're very happy to be back, and we're happy to be back again, and maybe a little closer to full power this year, I think is a better way to say it. And I think this is, you guys can answer this probably as well as I can, but I believe it's probably our best guest list we've ever had.
I was gonna say, like, this, whether you're like a movie buff, there's stuff for you here. If you're a anime buff, there's stuff for you. If you're a wrestling buff, there's stuff for you. If you're old school comic book diehard fan, there's tons of stuff for you. This has a little bit of everything for everybody. This is awesome.
Yeah, we definitely we're trying to just we have a variety of guests, and we always do, but we did try to change it up a little bit. I mean, Irene Bedard is the voice of Pocahontas is going to be there. And it's just overall Melindy Britt, who was She-Ra. I mean, there's so many.
Yeah.
So I think we have 22 guests. So celebrity guests, and we have 21 comic artist guests.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like if you're a Disney buff, you get to come meet Pocahontas. Philippe, you got to meet Pocahontas like a year ago. She was great, right?
Yeah, I interviewed her for MouseCon. Yeah, that was
nice.
She's actually a really cool person.
Yeah,
She's
so
nice.
and I mean, not to mention Gray Delisle, who is the new voice of Daphne and is
Gray Delisle everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's iconic. I mean,
yeah. I see Maria Canals Barrera's on here. She was a Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah, and she's also Wizards of Waverly Place, and I mean, there's just so many folks on this list that are really awesome, and so
jumping back to Gray Delisle, like if you watch anything cartoon, anything anime, anything animated, in the early 2000s, she was in it.
Yeah.
Like she's in Star Wars, she was in the Batman games. It's crazy.
She's Vicky. She's Vicky from the Fairly Odd Parents.
Yes, exactly.
And you just mentioned Maria Canals Barrera. She's actually Hawk Girl in the Justice League.
She's Hawk Girl. That's who it was, right?
But Gray, I actually I just watched something that she was in the other day. At the have you guys seen The Boys?
Oh yeah,
of course.
So
Yeah.
the series, I just finished the season 3 the other day,
Hmm.
and I went in and watched the animated shorts, the Diabolical. Have you seen
Diabolical
those
is
yet?
great. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and Gray does a voice in one of those episodes as well. I think a couple of them. So those are really fun. If folks are out there and they like the boys, and you haven't watched those animated shorts, go watch those because those are
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah, that's a really good series. It's
Yeah.
really if you enjoy the boys, yeah, definitely go check out that series.
And I really like the boys. It's one of my favorites
Hmm.
series out there. So
It feels fresh
yeah,
from like what we're used to seeing. So
for sure. Yeah, it's a little different, but
Speaking of fresh, Karen Parsons is going to be there.
that's right. Good transition. I like that.
Yeah, I know, right? Fresh
that's good.
Prince.
That was good. Just
Yeah,
tee
right.
that one up for you. That was good.
Exactly. That's a James level transition right there.
That's awesome. So all these guests, all these vendors, all these artists, you mentioned cosplay. There's cosplay contests both days. You
Yeah,
said
both days.
dude, there's so much for everybody. That's so cool. And you said get tickets at the various locations.
Yeah, I think we have around 25 locations selling tickets. So
Nice.
if you're in the Modesto area, we have if you've seen I'm sure you've been to buy a cruisers. Um, most of the cruisers locations are selling tickets, but they are only selling tickets until this Sunday. So the 7th. So get your tickets this weekend for sure. And get those nice price on those. So
What is Cruisers? I just see like they're a huge partner of yours. They're in
Cru-
Modesto,
yeah,
Riverbank.
Cruisers Riverbank. Yeah, they're like they're Boya Petroleum owned. They are like a gas station.
Oh, nice.
Quick Mart. Yeah.
Nice. There's one in Salida.
Yes.
Damn, they're all over.
Yeah. Well,
Manteca? Oh my
Manteca,
god.
Salida, Modesto, Riverbank series. I think that might be it.
Yeah,
I think
series.
there's
Yeah.
a couple of locations in Modesto.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
I can't believe this is here already. We were just talking about Load Icon. It felt
I know.
like a couple of weeks ago. Now it's like boom.
right now we're going to start talking about Load Icon in the fall. It's October 2nd. We just announced that a couple days ago.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah. So we just talked to the Lodi Grape Festival grounds, who were amazing to work with, and came to an agreement to do a fall show out there. So we're going to be doing that. It's a little. It's not too far after stock. It'll only be about a month and a half after, but we're excited to get that going too. So it's going to be fun.
Everything's happening, and that's amazing. Thank you for bringing so much to Stockton and Lodi. It's so cool.
Yeah,
So cool.
we're trying, man. We're really like to try to bring that experience to folks, and there's so many things I love about seeing the folks that have the smile on their face when they get to
Mhm.
take photos with the folks dressed up as their favorite heroes and that sort of thing. That's something I really love. I actually need to take more pictures, so I don't get a chance to do that too much, but I really need to do that this year. So that's
If
kind of
you want, we can come help out, take some
there you
pictures
go.
if
There
you
you go.
like. We'll
It's
be your social media for you.
yeah, it's not that in a way. It's just trying to get me to stop for a second.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So,
Can I ask? I mean, this is kind
Yeah.
of pulling the curtain back, right? What is it like the day of the event for you? Are you just running
Well,
around like crazy?
I mean, I also have a lot of great people that help.
Mhm.
We have a really strong group of people that help. Everyone from volunteers from the Child Abuse Prevention Council, who'll be helping us this year. They're our charity partner this year as well. We have other volunteers that help out, and we have folks that help with our celebrities. We have folks that I have a guy by the name of Charlie Coover who has been essential to what we do
Mhm.
for the last probably 9 of those years, 8 or 9 of those years. So he's just great for what we do. I mean, and like I said, there's just people that work in every spot. Scott Armstrong helps run our vendors.
Oh yeah,
He,
nice.
yeah, he does a great job as well. Um, this there are just so many people to touch, and it's like, so I'm kind of in our headquarters, and I have folks that are kind of helping us, run the event, and it's just kind of making sure that the event's going off. I mean, the Stockton Arena staff, I can't say enough about them. They get the whole thing ready to go. I mean, without them, we're not able to do an event. So, it's really, it's a big team effort. I mean, I'm obviously behind the scenes and kind of putting things together, but like, it's really, there's a lot of folks involved that really make this thing work.
Yeah. There's not many cons that can say we take over an entire arena
Yeah.
for 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a fun ride for what we've been doing so far, and hopefully it's just the beginning. I mean, and I know that obviously there's a lot of big shows out there, and it really, and Stockton unfortunately does not have a convention center, and that's something that if there was like a little more space, and we're kind of maxed out in the space that we can utilize at Stockton Con in the arena. And I feel bad because like every day I'm getting more and more emails from vendors saying, "Hey, can we come out?" And obviously they're saying, "Hey, we just heard about it," or we kind of waited or whatever, but they want to come and be a vendor. I mean, I've got 2 waiting lists for our vendor exhibitor area and our artist alley, and it's just, I mean, there's so many people on it. I mean, we could really be so much bigger.
Right.
And, it's great. I mean, I'm happy for the people that we do have, and of course, we do wish we had a little extra room and we could do a little more.
Right. You're like, hey, I'll put you in section C, row D, seats 4 through 6.
That's right.
There's your spot. That's all we got. That's all we got left.
Yeah, some of our, I mean, we utilize the lobby for spaces, and we're actually utilizing some of the lobby section entries, which are across from those lobby spaces. So, I mean, this, we're kind of in an all space available situation here. So
right. You're like, we need bunk beds. Who can bring in bunk beds? Have the tables on top. So
yeah.
Again, August 13th, 14th, and it runs from 10 a.m.
11 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days. Yep.
Okay.
And if you're looking to come out and meet the celebrities, make sure you get there by 4, because things will start wrapping up on the celebrity end by 4 o'clock.
Right. That's a good point. Anything we need to tell the people about as far as like masks and things like that?
So safe? We're under the state regulations for large events. The negative test or a vaccination card are not required. They're recommended, but they are not. The arena will not be asking for that. And then masks are not fully required, but we definitely strongly recommend them.
Yeah, come have fun, but be safe. That's
for
what
sure.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be wearing a mask the whole time, so you can kind of come and check it out. So
awesome.
Yeah, we're definitely, we're looking forward to a great event, and we appreciate you guys having me on and let me bore you guys a little bit with my my monotone voice.
No, it's great, man. You're bringing a calmness because we're all excited over here. So you're bringing out the level-headedness.
I'm not trying to bring you guys down, man.
No,
I want you to be
nothing can bring us down. We are already loud and crazy as it is. There's nothing that can bring us down.
It's called cool factor. You're bringing the cool factor.
That's what
you guys. What are you guys excited about in pop culture right now?
God, what aren't we excited about? Like lately, it's been WWE because like the craziness that's been going on with that, and you had an amazing, last 2 shows with WWE. Like SummerSlam was great, Monday Night Raw was great, and it's kind of like we're seeing what we've been wanting as fans for a while.
All the news about Vince McMahon and whatnot, but I mean that's kind of stealing the show, but that doesn't stop anything from AEW. I still love AEW. It's been crazy how good they can create their shows and how good they can change their storylines so fast. And I think I was telling somebody else about this, but I love how WWE is great for kids and families and everybody else, and we all grew up on WWE. But like the way AEW respects their fans, knowing that like, hey, you may be a child, but you're probably a 20, 30 something year old diehard fan. Like, come and enjoy. We're gonna tell good storylines, and it's gonna be fun, and you're gonna
Right.
see some amazing moves that you've never seen in
Sure.
WWE. So,
Yeah,
I
I
dig
mean,
that.
it's I thought that when AEW started, I didn't think there was any way that they were going to fail. I thought that they were in a really great position. Tony Khan went in there and he got them a great TV deal, I thought,
Yeah.
and that was
Mhm.
just kind of the start of it. And I thought obviously the most important thing that they did was bring in Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that all the other guys that were involved from the beginning, like Cody and the Bucks and Omega. I mean, obviously that was the core element of it,
Mhm.
but bringing some
Mhm.
of these other guys in, like the MJF and Britt
Jungle
Baker,
Boy.
and like of course Kenny Omega was a huge star as well,
Yeah.
but but for whatever reason, that the whole thing, because people were going to be there anyway, but
Mhm.
Jericho was like the cherry on top that like just put everything together
Yep.
for them. So
And
I thought it
honestly,
was great, and we love having those folks out. And Thunder Rosa is from NorCal. She
Mhm.
trained here when she started back, and I think I met her in 2014. So it's been a long time. So I'm excited to. I haven't seen her in a few years, so we're excited to have her at Stockton Con. It always comes back to Stockton Con, you know that.
Yeah, always.
okay.
My question for you though,
It's okay. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say my question for you with Thunder Rosa in
Yeah.
town in Stockton Con, where are you gonna take her for her taco vlog? Because she goes all over with her taco vlog.
Well,
You
maybe we'll
know,
have to have somebody bring it to her. I don't know.
there you go. You need some recommendations ready for her.
That's
Show
true.
off Stockton. There you
We
go.
have to.
There you go.
I was gonna say because there's good places in Stockton. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
think. Like,
Oh, one of my favorites is Maria's downtown. So
there you
I
go.
mean, that's a great place. So
Gotta recommend Maria's to her then.
that's
Get
true.
her down there. That's good.
if
That's
she makes
good.
her way up here, she's got to. I mean, not that it's the greatest in the world, but I mean, Sacramento staple Chandos, right?
Chandos is a staple around
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. But going back to AEW, you're so right about Jericho. He's such the linchpin of AEW
And Cody too. I mean,
Cody.
initially.
Yeah. Now
But
Cody's
really,
back in WWE, but
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
over
exactly. But I mean, it was like him coming out and then coming back in. Like Cody did a great job of just completely reinventing himself on the indies and everything
right,
he do, like with APW. Like he was running angles throughout the country that ended up kind of finishing at it at the APW show that we ran at the Cow Palace.
Right. Amazing. I love it. But also like you were mentioning, what else you're nerding in on? Marvel. There's so much
Yeah.
Marvel coming out right now. DC's going through a little switch right now. So it's interesting. Like,
Yeah.
I love talking to Chris Marinan about like Nova. He had a
Yeah.
big run in Nova, and you could tell just by talking to him about Nova. Nova's about to be like the next big Marvel thing, and none of us know about it right now, but I think he does. I think he does.
yeah.
So
I
go
mean,
talk to Chris.
I was gonna say, as somebody who worked on Nova, I mean, I'm sure he's got a little bit of privy to it, but I mean, the other big thing is that, I mean, I'm pretty sure Feige already announced that he's working on a Nova project. So I mean, like whether he's gonna have his own movie, TV show, or he's just gonna show up in one of the movies. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in Guardians 3.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I feel like I'm a little bit behind on some of the Marvel TV shows, but I've seen all of the movies recently. But I think you guys probably as well as I can kind of sense there's a change coming. Like just there's a little different tone to what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And as these movies progress and some of the guys kind of exit out, there's that new batch of stars that are coming that I think is going to be exciting to see.
Yeah, I mean,
I know it was a little bit polarizing to some people, but I really enjoyed the new Thor movie.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Thunder. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I wasn't the biggest fan of Ragnarok, and
Mm.
I felt the only thing I didn't like about Ragnarok, because I mean, all the movies are done very well, but it just felt to me like they kind of made Thor to be a little bit of a fool in that movie. And he's a god. I mean, I just don't see that ever really happening. There was a few things where when it was almost like he kind of lost everything for a little bit, and he just was a little bit of a mockery of himself in a
Yeah.
way.
I think you hit it. Like that's the key is he was a mockery of himself because it was all about him coping
Right.
because he's lost everything and he keeps losing more and more and more. Like from the beginning of the first Thor movie to where we
Yep.
end up after Endgame, it's like he's literally lost everything he knew.
Right.
Right. And everything he holds dear. I mean, to that point, he loses all of his best friends in this movie. You
Yeah.
know,
Mhm. All his family, all his friends, everything
Yeah.
is gone. His homeland,
yeah,
it's all gone.
minus two people who die at the beginning of the next movie. So it's just like,
Right.
like he has nothing. He lost his dad. All of his friends are killed by his sister. And then in the next
He
movie,
has a sister.
all right, the next movie, technically, it's supposed to in actual mythology, it's his niece, but I mean, like
Yeah.
they made it his sister. But in the next movie, at the beginning, he loses Heimdall and Loki, like in the same scene. So it's
Right.
like, he's completely broken, which is why like Fat Thor becomes a thing because he's just
Right.
like, he just loses everything and just
Sure.
has no will to live at that point.
I
But
like asking for.
I'm a big fan of Guns N' Roses, and so having the Guns N' Roses music in this movie was like huge. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
One of the scenes with the piece from November Rain in it, like with the kids towards the end. I mean, that's one of my. I would say that's in my. I didn't even know that I had a top 5 scenes of Marvel, but that's in there of all the movies. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I just
That's
because I go
awesome.
back and I mean, I was flying home from a conference a while back, and they had some of the Marvel movies on the plane. I was like, well, it's a pretty short flight. It's like an hour and a half, but I can sure as heck go to the 45-minute mark of Endgame and
Right.
watch that movie right there. I don't know if I've watched the entire movie that many times, but I've seen the last 45 minutes, basically right when Cap comes out.
Yes.
And that
Beautiful
was
scene.
that was it.
Yeah.
The Will Chilner going into his hand and then the
Mhm.
portals opening. Every time I see it, I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
So
How do you feel about everything new that's coming out? I mean, your artwork for StocktonCon has always kind of featured Batman in the thing, and Batman's always been such a staple, and it's about to be even more of a staple with multiple
yeah,
Batman coming. But like the thing's about to be a big thing.
I sure hope so. I mean,
In the
so
next
the thing
couple
has
years.
always been my favorite character,
Yeah.
and so the first Stockton Con poster we ever did, it was the Thing versus Batman, and that's this. If you look at the first poster and this poster, they're very Ramon did it with an eye to the past. Instead of the tower in the background, it's the arena, but
Right.
it's very similar. But yeah, I'm when they announced they kind of gave the date, not a date, but the month of the Fantastic Four. I mean, that's right on my calendar.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, these other Fantastic Four movies have been painful. I
Yeah.
think the best Fantastic Four that has ever been done is the Roger Corman version, and that's
Oh,
not
God.
great. But
Yeah. That's
I
the
mean,
one.
go ahead.
I was gonna say that's the one from the '90s, right? The one
Yeah,
that
I think
never made
93
it
or something. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, there was a couple of the animated series are pretty good, but obviously, we all want a live action,
Right.
and I honestly now this is gonna sound crazy, but um, when I saw the Doctor Strange movie, the newest Doctor Strange movie,
Mhm. Multiverse of Madness.
yes, thank you, Multiverse of Madness. I saw it about 3 weeks after it opened, and don't ask me how this happened, but I did not have one of the major scenes spoiled for me. And
Oh,
as
nice.
with Krasinski, I mean, like, what?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was going to say, what did you think of John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, as Reed
Oh,
Richards?
I thought he could be great. I mean, that was the fan casting for for several years, and
Right.
I know it was kind of like one of the multiverse versions, but they're not saying whether or not he's going to actually be it. Because I mean, we've seen that there's some of the multiverse versions are very derivative of the original or the main,
Right.
Right.
and some are way off base. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows? I mean, they could go any direction with it, but
Yeah, the rumors right now, they're saying that they just haven't announced it because they're holding back the rest of the cast. But
yeah,
the rumor is that Krasinski is starring and directing.
and directing. Yeah, I did hear that as well. So I mean, I'd be fine with that, but
Mhm.
because I'm also a huge Office fan, though. If I may say this unpopular opinion, I never cared for the Jim character, even though he's a main
Wow.
character. Yeah, he's a. If you go back and how many times have you seen the series, or have you seen it multiple times?
I've
Of
seen
course.
it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
Yeah.
jerk.
He's a jerk. Jim's
Yeah.
a jerk.
100%.
I mean, Dwight's not the greatest guy ever, but if you were to compare them, oh my god,
It's like watching
I
Daniel
mean-
LaRusso as an adult in Karate
Yeah.
Kid. You kind of have a different appreciation for the
Mhm.
character.
yeah,
That's
but
so
yeah,
true.
Jim Halpert is the villain in a lot of that series.
So
That's,
interesting.
that's just my opinion. And
If you think about it, like in terms of like real life, yes, he's a
Yeah.
dick. But I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
in terms of the show itself,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
right.
dude, he deserved to have his office moved into a bathroom. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where Dwight was always gotten the best of by Jim, right?
Mhm.
Almost always. But my favorite episode is the one episode where they have the snowball fight, the Christmas episode,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and Dwight has they have all the different. He has all the snowmen outside. And, I mean, he just destroys Jim with snowballs, and I was like, that was my favorite episode.
There you go. That was the payback.
Dwight got his.
I love it. That is good. I want to get mine at Stockton Con.
What's that?
I hope you have a ton of Funko Pops because I just realized that you're gonna have JSA there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and
nice.
I want to get some stuff signed.
Oh
and
yeah.
JSA'd while I'm there at the show.
For sure.
That's gonna be awesome.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
and they do a show special. It's only $10, so I mean that's pretty awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely want to. I would say that one of my white whale guests is probably Rainn Wilson.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it'd be dope to have Dwight at the show. That'd be pretty cool.
There's a few folks that are out there that are on that list. I don't talk about a lot of them, but he's definitely one that I would love to have, and definitely made an inquiry about him this year. So hopefully he kind of gets it on his radar and we can work it out. He does not do a lot of shows, so I mean
Which makes it more special.
if it can work out. I mean,
Because you really think about like the cast of The Office and like how many of them would do cons.
Mhm.
And I say that mainly because like almost everybody that was big on The Office is like busy.
yeah, they're doing so much stuff. I mean,
Yeah. Obviously
I mean-
Steve Carell and John Krasinski, but I mean like also what's her name? Mindy
Kaling.
Kaling.
Mindy Kaling and
Yeah, she like is a writer on everything right now.
yeah.
She's
You
huge.
know.
And then Jenna Fisher and
Yeah.
Angela Kinsey have their Office Ladies podcast, which is a great podcast. I mean,
That's fun. Yeah.
they were promoting a book, so maybe one day.
Yeah. And Angela Kinsey is also she's also like a big producer on a whole bunch of
Yeah.
different shows right
She's
now.
been
too.
she's acting on a lot of things too. So
Mhm.
I mean, they're all super busy because they're all great at what they do. So
Right.
Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we do some kind of office con and just bring everybody together.
come on in Scranton actually,
There
Is there?
which makes the most sense, right?
Yeah, exactly. But Scranton ain't got nothing on Stockton. Come on. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Scranton of the West.
Exactly. All right. So August 13th, 14th, 11 to 5. Come hang out, meet everybody under the sun. Say I wanted to get an autograph from say like Ryan Hurst.
Yeah.
Do I buy that at right there? Is there a special table? Do I buy it when I buy my ticket?
Right. If
How's
you
that
go
work?
to that link tree, it has some of the pre-sale availabilities, and then if you go, I think the top level of the link tree is for tickets. The second one is for the autograph pricing,
The
and
meet
then
and
there are
greet.
some that we
Okay.
have a universe site set up for. Phil, am I boring you, man? Come on.
No, man, sorry. That's it.
I'm just teasing. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there's links to go straight to purchase pre-sale, and if you buy a
Perfect.
pre-sale autograph ticket or combo, you skip the line. So there's 2 lines for the folks
There you
that have
go.
the
Nice.
pre-sale. So you just go right to the table and you get right through. So if
That's
you're
awesome.
people are in line to pay cash and you've already bought your ticket, you go right to the front of the line.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I have a thing about like getting the Funko Pops signed.
Oh yeah,
So like seeing everybody that like get a Hellboy Funko Pop. That'd be amazing.
yeah,
You know?
That would
Oh,
be
yeah.
cool, actually, to have Proman sign a Hellboy Funko Pop.
yeah.
Mhm.
I actually have one that I'm going to have him sign, so that'll be fun.
I mean, I would want to Clay Morrow too, but I mean, still
I actually have one of each, so
nice.
Nice.
yeah, we're really excited to have him and just to have, it was one of those things where he and Ryan were both excited to come because I mean this is where they're from, right?
Mhm.
On Sons of Anarchy. So technically, Charming is. I've never seen it on an actual fake map, but
Mhm.
I believe when I've seen it like tentatively placed, it's kind of somewhere like maybe in the Delta somewhere.
Mhm. Mhm. You
Well,
know,
it's more in the
we
Delta, so like what we're thinking, like Walnut Grove or something like that.
Yeah, somewhere like that. I think maybe a little more on the Manteca side,
Okay.
but yeah. So
you
out
know,
that way.
we have some friends that own the actual bikes, the screen bikes.
Oh wow,
We should put you in touch with them. We'll talk offline, but
nice.
we'll put you in touch with them. They bring them out to shows and whatnot,
Oh
and
cool,
you know, like Ryan Hurst. Ryan Hurst was at a show. He was sitting on the bikes, that sort of thing.
nice.
So it's really cool. Really
Yeah, he
cool.
owns Ryan's bike. He owns Jax's second bike, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it's fun. It's really cool. We'll put you in touch with them.
Awesome, cool. Well, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it, taking the time out, and we'll do this again.
Anytime. Yeah, we got to do it in a month since you got another show coming
That's
up.
right. We got it coming up.
Right. Got another low
Well,
die
I'm here for you, man. Anytime. And yeah, we'll see you in about a little over a week.
Yeah.
A little over a week. We're gonna Stockton Con. We're gonna talk about the fall show, but then next time we'll have you on. We'll talk a little bit more SPW.
Mhm.
That's been something I wanted to pick
Absolutely.
your brain about. So we got a lot to talk about. We'll see you soon. And look, Eric Ruiz, Lucharillas will be at Stockton Con. That's awesome.
Nice, awesome, Eric.
I'm
We'll
excited.
see you there.
Very cool. All right, thanks, Mike. I appreciate it.
Take care, guys. Thanks.
All right, man. Well, that was awesome. We got a nice little comic conversation.
Comic conversation with Mr. Miller from Supreme Pro Wrestling. Oh, I mean Mike Millerick from Stockton Con.
I was gonna say, I don't know who you're talking about. That's
I
definitely
don't
not
know.
the same
Yeah.
person.
What's up, Raider Ray?
How's it going, fellas?
What's
been a long
happening,
time.
my friend? Yeah, it has
Yeah, I
been a long
know.
time.
I'm very excited that you're on right now because we haven't seen you in a while, man. So
So am I.
Super
Luckily,
excited.
The camera is only this high, so you can't
Yeah.
see my.
Is you're not
now
wearing pants.
we didn't get to officially announce you come in because you kind of came in the
Oh,
shadows.
understood. No, that's all good. I would
Ladies
have
and
wanted to.
Raider Ray is in the building.
In the building. He's in the Blair Witch Project building, lurking in the shadows.
Dude, the light is right behind me. It's so bright it washes everything out. It's so bad.
Just throwing it out here, but Raider Ray is the.
Am I the goat?
He's the
I
goat.
accept that. Spoiler alert? Or am I too late?
I had to put that together. He's the goat. He's the goat.
All right, man.
Uh-oh. Where were we? Oh,
So we're getting into it now. Guys, I believe it is now time for the download.
all right. Check out the Distance 3010 post for more news all the trailers, all the reactions. Let us know what you're nerding out on this week. We got a ton of trailers. We got the Cars on the Road trailer. So cute.
Dude, it looks like a movie. It's got the original cast. Like it's kind of what they did with Monsters at Work. You know, like you have the original Monsters Inc. cast. And then
For some reason, I'm more excited for Cars on the Road.
So am I. I like the idea of
Lightning back.
Right. Like I like the idea of Mater going on a road trip.
I dig it. I dig that. So that's coming. The Princess, which is a documentary on Princess Diana, is coming to HBO Max. New Star Wars Andor trailer.
God, how many weeks away are we for this?
Well, it was supposed to come out at the end of this month on the 31st, but they moved it back to the 21st of September. But they're releasing 3 episodes, so it's kind of the same thing.
So basically, we're getting Andor and She-Hulk within the same week.
Yeah. There you are, right there. There you are. And then we also got a House of Darkness trailer.
I was gonna say I like this dual Star Wars Marvel at the same time thing that they're starting to do.
Yeah, they're starting to like flip flop it.
Yeah,
and give a ton of content. So I dig it. All right, ready for some news?
No, I'm not ready for any of the news.
I know. I'm gonna start off.
We have right now. We got some pretty sad news coming up right now.
Honestly, I'm gonna hit you with like 3, sad stories right away, and then Ray, I'm gonna hit you, and you me need to talk about the 4th one for a little bit, because it's your team. But let me start off with some nerdy stuff. So, hailing frequencies open one last time. It's a sad day in Starfleet. The beloved
Starfleet.
Oh, I know. The beloved longtime TV star Nichelle Nichols has passed away. So she played, what was her? Was it Commander Lieutenant Uhura?
Lieutenant Uhura
on the original Star Trek cast. 6 films, and then all kinds of appearances through everything, even the animated series, the Star Trek animated series.
Right.
Dude, she's super famous for being part of what is it, like one of the first interracial kisses on national TV.
Right.
So dude, it's super sad. How do you guys feel about her passing?
It's kind of a big deal. Now, I mean, she was a little bit older. She was 89, passing away. But I mean, Shatner's like in his like mid 90s now, right? Like he still doesn't look like he's that old. But I mean, the big thing, like you guys know the story about Nichelle Nichols almost quitting the show, right?
I heard about it, but yeah.
So she almost quit the show because she felt like it was kind of derivative, and she felt like her character wasn't getting enough screen time, or not screen time, but like it wasn't getting enough respect for the character. And she had a conversation with Dr. King, and Dr. King was like, "Well, no, you can't quit the show because you are a positive role model for young Black girls all around the country. Like, you need to stay on this show." And she decided not to quit because Dr. King told her not to quit.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
I heard there was the whole kissing scene. They did 2 different versions of it. They did one where they kissed, which made it on air, and then one where they did not kiss, and Shatner on purpose kept screwing up the scene. Like he would mess up the line or do something awkward. So they're like, let's just use the scene where they kiss. So he purposely focused on the scene where they kissed, and that's what made it into the show. So that was kind of cool. And again, super sad. Let's keep it going though. Nichelle Nichols, 89. By the way, she was at LA Comic-Con.
she was.
And we didn't get to meet her. Super sad. I know, that's sad. Anyway, but we are some poor unfortunate souls because comedian and actress Pat Carroll, television pioneer, Emmy winner, drama desk, and Grammy winner, died at her home in Cape Cod while recovering from pneumonia. She was the voice of Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Super sad.
Man, again, more sad news. We lost Ursula, who is a lot of people's favorite villain in all of Disney. So I mean, For me, it's between her and Scar. You know what I mean?
I think she's going to be one of those characters when they redo, the live action and whatnot. She's going to be one of those misunderstood characters.
Yeah.
Even the way they've taken Maleficent and spun her into a pseudo, hero of her own story. Ursula, they could do the exact same thing. I've seen stage plays of the Little Mermaid and read other stories because I'm a big old nerd. But like,
Fancy.
I know, right? Because that's what I do. I drink champagne and go to stage plays. But there's stories where like, there's King Triton, but like his sister is Ursula, who was the rightful heir to the throne, but somehow he got it. Things like that, where it's like, ooh, a little bit of a Game of Thrones drama. I like where this is going. This is getting spicy. So it's kind of interesting. But going back to it, Pat Carroll. Phil is asleep. Don't sleep.
No, I'm not. I'm actually so Ursula. I'm trying to remember what her kind of like creature is called.
I don't know. Pat Carroll. I guess she was really big back in the day too. Like 1956, she won an Emmy Award for her work on Sid Caesar's house. In the 50s, 60s, 70s, she was on multiple TV shows. She was on Laverne and Shirley. She was on CBS's Busting Loose. She was on the Ted Knight Show. So super sad. She was 95 years old.
She was so she was called the creature that she is called a cicalia. And it is basically like an octopus version of a mermaid.
Huh.
Interesting.
I file that under my learn something new every day.
There you go.
That was because I remember learning about that, and then like they were actually creatures in like Greek mythology. So it's like, yeah, they're basically like they're just like mermaids, but instead of fish, they're octopuses, whatever.
I want some pie.
Do you like pie?
Only octa.
Okay, let's keep it sad. We're keeping it sad.
Well, there I was sad.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going, and I know Ray, you're gonna chime in on this one because all these big deaths, and it comes in threes, and we got our third one here.
It's time for distance nerding.
One of the most important and accomplished athletes in history has passed away. The legendary Bill Russell. Oh my gosh. Check this out. I'm going to real quick. He won 11 NBA championships, including 8 straight over a 13-year career for the Boston Celtics. The final 2, he served as a coach and a player. What the Bill Russell was huge back in the day, and like he does not get enough credit.
Yeah.
We all talk about Jordan and LeBron and Kobe, and they're all, given their due, but 11 championships for Bill Russell, 2 of them being a coach and a player. Dude, we talk about GOATs.
Yeah. 1 for each finger and 1 to give away.
Exactly, right? Bill Russell is one of the GOATs. Inappropriate.
There was almost Gatorade all over the screen.
Still, just saying he was the GOAT
of the NBA. So crazy. Even Michael Jordan said Bill Russell was a pioneer as a player, as a champion, as the NBA's first black head coach, and as an activist. He paved the way and set an example for every black player who came into the league after him, including me. The world has lost a legend. Ugh.
Yeah.
So good.
Chris Neal in the chat saying, give that man his flowers more than Jordan and LeBron combined.
Exactly. And not even to mention, he had 5 MVPs.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about his MVPs.
Yeah, he was a beast.
That's the least thing on his list. 5 MVPs.
Right.
It was all time.
All right. I don't have any write up, but there's one more sports related passing.
Yeah,
I jumped the shot. My bad, guys. Yeah.
Give me a little bit.
Go rewind.
Yeah. Give me a
It's
little bit about.
time for Dodger baseball, Phil. Um, Man, he was like the voice of an entire city, and I know there's a lot of. I mean, you could say that for the same thing for Chick Hearn, but like he came with the team from Brooklyn,
Right.
and there's so many people that growing up when they were because he's been doing it so long that growing up they just heard him on the radio, so they never had any TV. So that was what framed their Dodger games. You could just hear him on the radio, and there was a lot of people that would to like even in his last year's broadcast, and they would turn off their TV and turn on the radio just to hear his call while they watch the game on TV. You'd see people show up with radios at the stadium, do the same thing. So he was just. I mean, I don't think you'd be hard pressed to find. I don't think you find anyone that could have something bad to say about Vin Scully. He was the voice of LA for sure, voice of the Dodgers. Whether it be Brooklyn or Los Angeles, but that one was tough, man.
I was gonna say, and that's I have respect for Vin Scully as a Giants fan, and that's kind of like we have our rivalry and everything like that. But I mean, there's never any time that I wouldn't that I couldn't call out and say that Vin Scully was not a beast. Like when he played and just being that voice. I mean, like for us, the equivalent is like Dwayne Kuiper. Like if Dwayne Kuiper passes, then I'm probably gonna cry.
Right.
Like
I cried last night.
Here's something for you, Phil. So like,
or Mike Pro too.
He is the voice of the Dodgers, and much respect to them, and us being Giants fans and Bay Area fans. Vince Scully was also the voice of the catch.
Yep,
so
that's
Joe Montana to Dwight Clark.
Right.
That's Vin Scully doing that call. So, I mean, that's a little Bay Area, little extra respect.
Yeah. I saw something right up, and I'm not going to even try and say what the person's name was, but an executive with the Giants, I guess, they didn't put it up on the big screen last night at the game because they weren't sure if that anyone on the Dodger organization knew about it. So they waited till afterwards because they didn't want them to find out, mid-game he had passed away.
Oh, wow.
Which is really classy of the Giants. So far be it for me to ever say that again, but that was very, very classy. And I guess he spoke to the Dodgers in the dugout. Like I said, I'm not sure which executive. It could have been the president for all I know, but someone high up with the Giants made that decision, which I thought was very cool.
Yeah,
very cool. So super sad, but he was, I think like 94. 94. Yeah,
and his wife Reese had passed, I think, within the last couple years as well. So I want to say it might have been last year.
Got it.
Yeah,
got to meet him once though. That guy was sharp. I got to meet him. So after his final game, which I believe was in San Francisco, correct?
I don't know when.
I believe so.
Yeah. So he flew down. The Dodgers flew him down in a private jet, and this is not still working in Van Nuys. And they pulled out all the stops. They had the fire department with the cannons, water cannon shooting. So when he came out, they had an escort. It made it a big thing while he went out to the ramp, and I got to speak to him. I was kind of like his escort out to the ramp, and he was talking to me and addressing me by my name, and I to the point where I forget that I wear a name tag. But he was like, Ray, and takes that, and I'm like, just the fact that he was that sharp and like that respectful to someone that he's never gonna remember. It was like it just it was one of those things like, dang, that's crazy. Like you see how sharp he is when he's making the call, but like just in his everyday life, he's just always on his game, and it was crazy. It was awesome meeting him.
And that's the cool thing about a lot of like personalities like that. Like they take that extra kind of like they go that extra mile to make the experience something that you'll remember.
For sure.
Like there's very select personalities and celebrities that do that, but when they do, they know they make an impact on you, right? The fact that Vin Scully took the time to look at your name on your name tag and say, "Oh, hey, Ray," and just make you
take your hand, make you feel important.
Yeah,
right.
Totally.
Because then they make you feel like a friend, and it's not just a chance meeting kind of thing, and then just you remember that,
Yeah, and that's exactly how you broadcast it too. When you listen to him call a game, it's like you're hearing your buddy. I mean, obviously not in a podcast because his age, but it's like you just hear them. It's very natural, like he's talking to you, describing the game to you, and not just describing it to an entire freaking city. You know what I mean? Or
right.
and then some people that are listening online or whatever. Transplants from LA, so he was just talking. It seemed like he was talking to everyone, just to them.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Much
R2 Dan.
love, much respect to Vin Scully.
Actually, Ray, I have something for you that next time I see you, I'm gonna give you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Can I have it right now?
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I
I
leave the studio and come back?
I have to like go down
Okay.
to your house. So I mean,
Oh, that could have been badly if those screen would have cut out.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. I don't know where you guys are going. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. Honest, I'm happier time traveler news. Okay. All right. Adult Swim has announced that the long-awaited Rick and Morty season 6 has a premiere date. Ooh,
yes,
are you
I
excited?
all for this. I cannot wait. It's one of my favorite shows in existence.
Perfect.
I
Because
love it, but I haven't finished season 5 yet, and I know that's.
Need to watch
well,
it.
you're on the
I'm-
clock
I'm,
now.
I'm a bad nerd.
You're on the clock though. But good thing I have a Rick and Morty lots of piss synopsis.
Rick and Morty, lots of piss synopsis. Oh, piss? I don't know, Rick. Why piss?
Oh, it's so
Why does it have to be piss, Rick? Why?
It's season 6. Rick and Morty are back. Pick up where they left off. Worse for wear and down on their luck. Will they manage to bounce back for more adventures, or will they get swept up in an ocean of piss?
God.
Who knows? Piss, family, intrigue, a bunch of dinosaurs, more piss. Another can't miss season of your favorite show.
God. Have you ever looked at like the episode descriptions when you watch Rick and Morty on like adultswim.com or something?
No.
Go to adultswim.com and just look at the episode descriptions. They are hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Or I think actually you can see them on Hulu too. But I mean, they're not long. It's literally just like, hey, dog, somebody just got shot. All right, dog, watch the episode.
Oh, they're like actually like little previews, not just like reading them.
Yeah, no, the like reading it. That's literally how it's written. It'll say,
okay.
dog, somebody gets shot in this episode. Catch it later, dog. Like,
That's crazy.
Or it'll be like, yo, somebody's getting hurt in this episode. Like things like that. It's like really funny the way that they write it because it almost seems like it's not like it's very irreverent. You know what I mean?
That's funny. I did not know that.
Nah,
Okay,
check 'em out.
Rick and Morty season 6 is pissing all over Adult Swim.
Trip.
Sunday, September 4th.
Why does that have to be piss, Rick?
I don't
Not
think
a
I've
time.
ever said piss that much in my life. all in one
Not-
sitting.
It really pisses me off to no end.
Okay, keep it going. I got some AMC news that's not Walking Dead,
This one's weird.
but there's still a talking bodiless head involved. So AMC is developing a series reboot of the classic 80s pop culture series Max Headroom
Oh boy.
Wi- with Matt Furline
Forever.
Forever.
and he's set to reprise his role as Max Headroom.
What?
Do you guys remember Max Headroom?
Yes, I do, man. Glitchy. He's supposed to be a robot, but like at the same time, he was just like, or he was AI, right? Was that what he was supposed to be? He was an AI?
He sold me Coca-Cola.
What?
Exactly, right?
Mhm.
He was
That
hot
was the
back
main
then.
thing is he did ads. I mean, that's what in Back to the Future 2, when he goes to the restaurant, the two personalities on the TV arguing over what he should eat, they were based on Max Headroom.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Interesting.
What?
So, Headroom, for all you whippersnappers that don't know Max Headroom, he was introduced in '85 as like a British cyberpunk TV movie thing, like Max Headroom 20 minutes into the future, I think it was what it was called.
Okay.
He did ads for Coke, like what Ray was saying. He was on the cover of Newsweek.
Mhm.
So crazy. And even ended up in Back to the Future Part 2. So that's awesome.
In the Cafe 80s, right? And that's what I was just talking about. Is that
Yeah.
those two characters that pop up were based on him?
Yeah. Anyway, so that show's making a comeback. Oh, by the way, it's being produced by Elijah Wood.
Oh wow.
Really?
Okay.
That's
So
interesting.
Weird
Frodo is
connection.
producing it.
Frodo really likes his Max Headroom.
I guess so.
Making it
One
happen. So
head to rule them all.
I'm gonna try to do a voice, but it feels like I'm about to slip into Ace Ventura. But we'll see. So it's no set date when Max will be back.
Baba Booey.
Okay. I'll give that one to you.
Yeah.
What?
Here we go.
God.
What?
All right.
That was
so-
grandtastic, James. Well done.
Thank you. I tried.
You said that was brandtastic.
It was grandtastic.
Grandtastic. Okay.
Okay, if Max Headroom can make a comeback, maybe Laura Croft can too, but just not with MGM. What?
I know, right?
Oops.
So check this out. MGM has lost the rights to Tomb Raider, like the video game franchise Tomb Raider, and
Right.
it's now up for grabs for like any studio that wants it. What?
That's interesting,
the
man.
heck?
You know who I think is going to go for this?
Who?
Warner Brothers.
Disney,
Amazon.
I don't think Disney will go for Amazon is
Paramount.
a contender.
Is Paramount? MGM is what? Oh,
Uh,
MGM is owned by
Amazon.
Yeah, MGM's Amazon.
So
Oh,
it's
is
not
it? Well, then I guess
it up.
Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, it begs the question, like, it's because I what was the contract? Make another movie within 7 days, or like, was it?
Kind of.
That's
So
usually what it is.
according to the report, the studio did not officially greenlight a sequel to the film, and the rights lapsed. I guess there was some something in the clause like you have to greenlight or start the next project within like 2 years or something like that.
I
and so they
saw
lost
the
rights to that.
movie, and it was okay. I'm curious how it did in the theater because I really don't recall for them to. I mean, obviously not decide. It couldn't have done well enough for them to greenlight a sequel, but I don't recall how well it was received when it actually came out. To be honest,
I think people, if I remember right, because this was coming off the Angelina Jolie version, right? Like
yes,
this new person who have her name, Alicia Vikander. It was pretty good. It was a little bit more gritty, you know, not as like, oh, look at me, I'm Angelina Jolie and I'm sexy.
Mhm.
But people liked
you
it.
are.
I
mean,
am.
You are.
He told me
Angelina
it was
Jolie.
Angelina Jolie, and he is sexy.
Yeah.
Look at those arms. Look at his arms.
I got the
He got the muscle shirt on.
You were like
I got
this.
the Ray muscle shirt going on.
Yeah.
Hey, I got sleeves, man.
Yeah. This video is not in HD. That's why you don't see the rippling muscles, but they're rippling.
They're
Oh,
rippling.
we know they're there. We
They're
know.
rippling as we speak. It's like a wave. It's like a break dance in here. Anyway, where were we?
It's definitely a wave.
Yes. So that sequel has been in development since 2019, and it was being developed by Lovecraft Country and Black Canary writer and director Misha Green, but the studio didn't move, so they lost the rights. So
Wow.
whatever version she was probably working on is probably completely out the door. Same with Alicia Vikander. She's probably out the door, and whoever gets the rights is going to have their own new Tomb Raider. Womp womp.
Be
It has to
interesting.
be like an unknown, right? Like, it has to be someone brand new that they're gonna cast. So they're gonna do a third set of movies with the same video game franchise.
The answer is yes.
I mean, the whole thing is like, you know, the next person that gets the rights, next studio that gets the rights, do
Or
they?
person.
Elon,
Elon could bid. Elon's he's gonna pivot from Twitter to Tomb Raider.
yeah,
I think is
because
what
he didn't
happens.
buy Twitter.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, or do they redo the franchise from the beginning again, but then do it in a way that has enough respect for the video game franchise where they just don't, you know, because like these last couple movies have just been, they don't have the essence of the games in them, and that's why a lot of people don't really like them.
Yeah, but when was the last Tomb? I know they're doing like some Unreal Engine 5 version right now, but I don't know when the last one came out. Like I don't know. I'm not a big gamer, but I kind of forgot about Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider Origins came out like maybe like 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
That's
And it,
pretty standard for most games, man. Is for like a 5-year wait. Like I mean,
Uh,
Grand Theft Auto hasn't had a new game in what 15 years.
well, I mean, not if you're Assassin's Creed. I mean, they churn those things out like nobody's business. It seems
But they
like
usually have
every
2
2
studios.
years.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
usually have 2 studios working on those, and they one studio puts one out, and then the next studio puts the next one out.
Oh, like they flip flop.
They and that's what Call of Duty does too. Call of Duty has 3 different studios that work on the Call of Duty franchise.
Was Tomb Raider? It was a PS1 game, right? Like the original.
Yes, the original one with the triangle boobs.
Yeah. I'm gonna move my
Yeah.
camera. How dare you?
Yeah. Triangle boobs. Yeah.
Yeah, she had the triangle boobs in that one.
The wavy ones.
It was like every young boy wanted to play that game because Laura Croft had pixely triangle boobs in that game.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's keep going. Otherwise, we're going to be on triangle boobs for a long time. So,
Hold on, Google searching now.
you Google that. We'll keep going. So, Disney said studio problems, bad management. Hold my beer. So the CW Disney DC series,
Nope,
The
That's
Flash,
the one.
will be
She just
coming
went by.
to an end.
Whoa.
What?
Season 9 is the last
Work with me,
season
James.
of The Flash. I'm working. I'm waiting for more. I'm leaving you an opening. So
Nice
The Flash.
looking cat.
You guys watch The Flash?
I stopped watching like after season 5.
Oh, you
I
have no
thought that might have
commitment.
been when I stopped too. When it started crossing over with, like, was it Legends of Tomorrow and all that stuff? I think I bailed because I think I missed an episode here and there, and then I was like, I don't know what's happening anymore between like the 3 or 4 shows.
Yeah, I mean, like the Flash was probably of the shows that that CW did was probably my favorite one.
Mhm.
But I just kind of fell off after a while and just never picked back up. So I mean, it wasn't like I lost interest. It just wasn't.
Mhm.
I just didn't pick it back up after the next season. Unlike Arrow, where it was like, after a couple of seasons, it was like, okay, this is I'm starting not to like this anymore. And Legends of Tomorrow wasn't exactly my favorite, things like that.
I like
For
The
me,
Flash.
was it like my bad? You.
Me. I like The Flash because it was a little bit more lighthearted
Mm-hmm.
than Arrow.
Mhm.
But yeah, I stuck through the whole thing, but I liked it. So what were you gonna say, Ray?
I would say when I stopped watching Flash, it wasn't from lack of interest. I liked it just fine. It's, like I said, it's one of those things where I missed an episode or two, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just catch it when it's on Netflix. The season will be on there, and then I'll get caught up. And then as it happened, even though it was one season, and then next thing you know, it was like 3 seasons behind. I'm like, all right, well, there went that. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
I stopped watching the season that Wally West came in.
I finished that season, and but I couldn't tell you what happened at the end of it. So it's because it's been so long now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it I that was the last season that I actually watched. And I wanted to start watching again when they did the Crisis on Infinite Earths event.
Mhm.
But I never actually ended up watching that. I watched like select scenes from it, but I haven't like fully watched the episode.
I'll be honest, the last couple seasons, a little hokey. That's a little bit of a reach, some filler stuff, and you're just like, what is happening? Why is certain storylines dragging so long?
Right.
I think that was indicative of most of the CW shows, though, right?
Yeah.
They're really good. Maybe not so much as Tomorrow, but they start off really nicely, real tight, and then it just kind of, and then boom, it was like there's a sharp
lot.
nosedive because I think.
Yeah, constant shark jumping. I think it's part of what we were saying, I don't know, however many episodes ago. It's like, it's that old format where it's like, hey, we need 22 episodes to fill out a season, and 9 or 10 of those is going to be filler
Yeah,
stuff.
we have 8 episodes of story, but give us 22 episodes of thing.
Right.
Exactly. So I think it's a bit of the old format. Whereas, like, we look at, say, I don't know, The Boys or anything on Disney Plus, and it's like, here's 6 to 8 to 9 episodes, and it tells the complete story arc, and we're all happy.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
storytelling.
Yeah.
Exactly right, and I think that's the big thing. I've seen people talk about how they wish some of the Disney Plus Marvel MCU shows were longer, but it's like they told the story, they did what they wanted to. You want 20 episodes just so you could say, "All right, I got more," and then you're like, "Well, that was disappointing because there was so much filler." Or do you want just all of it right at once and then be happy with that?
Right.
Exactly.
That being said, there's 18 episodes of something coming that I can't wait for.
Right.
Oh yeah. What's funny is how when the reaction when they said it's going to be 18 episodes long, and everyone was like, "Yeah, I can do that."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of episodes, so the final season of The Flash will be 13 episodes. They're going to start production beginning of September, and it'll be running onto the CW in 2023.
You get this.
Because Barry never walks. He's always running.
You get it? Because
He's always running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Enough
Speaking of jumping the shark, how about swimming with the sharks? Because in good DC news, Ben Affleck is reprising his role as Batman in the upcoming James Wan's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Again, I'm excited for
I'm
this.
with it.
I
Yeah,
have
me
made
too.
the argument, and so has Double A. We've made the argument of why Ben Affleck is the best Batman.
J-Lo.
Nipples.
Right?
It's definitely because of JLo.
And nipples. Everybody's nipples.
Yeah.
But for the record, not J-Lo's nipples.
No, it's
But
We're a
also-
family show.
J-Lo's. Okay,
JLo.
anyway, I'm going to keep moving.
Definitely JLo's butt.
Affleck said several times that he's done playing Batman, and we all were like, all right, Affleck's
He was
gonna
also
do what
done
an
with
Affleck's
J-Lo,
gonna-
so
There you go. There you go. But he's back. I guess he was gonna play Batman in the Flash, and that was it. But he's coming back for Aquaman, so I'm down with this.
Me too. Probably helped change his mind.
Momoa.
Well, Momoa might have been one, but the we don't know for sure because he said that they aren't friends anymore. But I'm sure Kevin Smith was in his ear about this
Mm-hmm.
because there's been more interaction with Ben Affleck and Kevin Smith lately.
I would say, are they having that kind of patch things up a little bit?
I think they have, and because the only reason that they weren't friends was because of Jennifer Garner. So it's because Kevin Smith said in an interview, he was like, the only reason that we stopped being friends is because Jen didn't like me.
He's in Clerks 3.
He is,
Yeah.
and that's why I was like, they can't not be friends because he's made a cameo in every movie that Kevin Smith has ever made.
Right.
You know, and including his latest movie, and he's in the trailer for Clerks 3. Yeah, so
There you go.
we know he's gonna be in this movie. I heard he's gonna be in Mallrats too, the new Mallrats movie that Kev's working on right now.
Oh wow. But okay, back to Aquaman. This is confirmed. So the news came directly from Jason Momoa from Instagram that Affleck is coming back as Batman. So we're in it. So I have a why did you say that name? Why did you say Chee-hoo? Opsis.
Okay. Why did you say that name? Why did you say Chee-hoo? Synopsis.
In the sequel, where an ancient power is unleashed, Aquaman must forge an uneasy alliance with an unlikely ally to protect Atlantis and the world from irreversible devastation.
Ooh, sounds very ominous.
And then we need a Batman because it's dark.
Why did you say that name?
And we haven't seen a bat boat yet. We need a bat sub.
I have to jump the shark. I have the bomb. And I'm gonna jump over the shark.
All right, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom will be swimming into theaters March 17th.
There we go.
All
Not
right.
running like the Flash, swimming.
swimming, running. How about in
Just
the
keep running.
WT?
Just keep running.
How about in WTFing news?
Do it. Do it. Come on. Do it now.
In WTF DC news,
Yeah.
a new report is saying that the Warner Brothers
So bad.
/ Discovery has no plans to release Batgirl the movie. Oh my gosh, so weird because they've been talking about it for months and
I
months.
know they like did this casting, and I mean there was a lot of controversy behind the casting, but it's also like, like there was just so much that they put into this. And how much did they spend? It was 90 million.
$90 million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like, they're
done.
wasting $90 million. I'm wondering if there's just something that they just don't like about it, and they're like, we do not enjoy what this is, or because they're realizing what direction DC needs to go, and they're realizing this movie doesn't fit in that.
Could be. So this movie was originally supposed to be developed directly for HBO Max, and then they talked about, now that theaters opening back up, putting it out in theaters. But it was directed. I guess I got to say it in the past tense because I don't know, it's not coming out. So
Yeah, because it's done.
It's directed by Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah, who we know from Miss Marvel,
Right.
who can, direct a fun, energetic show. So they were behind the movie. It also starred Leslie Grace as Barbara Gordon. Michael Keaton was making a comeback as Batman, right? Brendan Fraser was supposed to be the villain. J.K. Simmons back as Commissioner Gordon. Dude, and
It was gonna be fun.
it was going to be a big time movie. That's a $90 million well spent on cast and crew, right?
Right.
So I don't know. So in a WTF opsis?
Synopsis.
WTF opsis. Synopsis.
The leaders of the studio determined ultimately, in spite of reshoots and increased budget, that the movie simply did not work. According to insiders, the new owners and management, led by CEO David Zaslav, have committed making DC titles big theatrical events, and Batgirl is not that. Ooh. Ouch. Insiders added that the studio's brass loves the film's director and star and are actively planning to work with them soon. I don't know if that's good or bad, or if that's like, hey,
I think they like the sorry man, I was gonna say I think they like the probably the actor, the directors, they probably like the work that they did, but just overall the film doesn't fit in the plans that they have for the direction that they want DC to move into.
But I mean, if you're the actors, the director, do you want to work together after you just? I mean, it's not like they don't have other stuff, most of them, that they could be working on. So they put their time and effort into this, and then it's not going to get released. So how do they know they're not going to get burned again?
Right.
It's kind of crazy to like $90 million in. They've been talking about it and just completely scrap it. Like, it's not like, hey, let's not put it out in theaters, put it to HBO Max or whatever maybe. They're just like, no, we're just gonna put it on the shelf and we're done with it.
Yeah, that's wild.
We're gonna see what else we can do.
Like, you guys can't put it on like YouTube Live or something like that, or YouTube Premium or YouTube Red or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I don't know. Put it on
make it like a direct to DVD kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe they can do like Wu-Tang and just sell it to one person for $90 million.
Yeah,
and they can watch it.
You can sell it to a douchebag who owns a pharmaceutical company, like they did with Wu-Tang Clan.
There you go. Maybe they're moving the budget in a new place, because on this next story, director Todd Phillips has a Joker sequel coming, and is currently titled Joker Folie à Deux, and it's set to hit theaters 5 years after the first film was released. Right?
God, has it been 5 years already?
It will be 5 years once it comes out.
It's been 3 years since it came out. Okay. Yeah.
So reports are that Joaquin Phoenix is going to earn $20 million for this film.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's like a fifth of that Batgirl budget.
I know, dude. That's nuts.
I think that's what Warner Discovery is doing. It's just like, maybe we just go put it into the film that's going to potentially make $1 billion versus this straight to streaming thing.
Right.
But I don't know.
They should just stream it for free on Hulu and be done with it. That's it.
Yeah,
Or,
that's the thing that's so wild that you would just shelve it and just keep it in there.
you know, that's the thing. Like, I kind of want to see it now. Whatever like version it is, like just show it to me.
Or put it on the CW.
Oof.
That's
Or
where
don't-
everything else is.
But put it on the CW, but break it up into 22 episodes
There you go.
over 9 seasons.
Right. That would be like 5-minute episodes each.
Yeah. Lots of dark, like, sitting in the dark and staring at each other. You know.
Why did you say that name?
Okay, going back to the Joker sequel, Folie à Deux. So this sequel is going to be a musical, which we talked about, and we're like, what the hell? But again, it's starring Lady Gaga. Okay, I'm kind of interested.
She's supposed to be Harley Quinn, right?
Exactly.
So weird.
Yeah. So by the way, the definition of Folie à Deux is the presence of the same or similar delusional ideas in two persons closely associated with one another. So obviously it's going to be how Harley and the Joker meet and go nuts together.
Right.
So Joker Folie à Deux will sing with laughter into theaters October 4th, 2024.
Question. I know it's been talked about, but do you think it's going to be a split? So there, all this talk about it being a musical, it's going to be like, since they're sharing the delusion, is it going to be in his head it went like this, in her head it was the musical, and it's somewhere the two stories actually meet, where it's not a full-on musical, but that's how in her head it happens, versus in his head it's not that at all?
I don't know. It's strange no matter what.
For sure. But I could totally see that as like they movies and TV shows done that so many times where from different perspectives this is what happened, and then so from her perspective, for whatever reason, it was a musical. Or God, it could be his perspective. Who knows?
Yeah,
it's a joke.
Totally, like from point of view, the different point of views. Yeah, I totally get it.
I mean, remembering that it's he is unreliable narrator, right? So I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's 100% fake news.
Everything in his head, fake news.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. That's all the good and bad DC news. I do have some Marvel news. So never fear, true believers. Marvel knows how to put together good stories.
And release them.
And release them.
It's true.
A lot of them. A lot of them. So again, last year, Disney Plus Day, it was announced that we're getting Spider-Man freshman year. No details on it, but we're starting to learn a little bit more about Spider-Man freshman year, and it's kind of interesting. So I have a friendly neighborhood fresh opsis.
Friendly neighborhood fresh opsis. Synopsis.
Freshman year takes place before 2016's Captain America Civil War, but with a noticeable key difference. Rather than coming home to his apartment to see Tony Stark in his home, it's none other than Norman Osborn who's chatting it up with Aunt May when he walks through the door.
No shit.
So again, this is animated, so we'll see what happens. But as much as how meeting Tony thrust Peter into a spotlight larger than the kid needed, Peter having Norman as his mentor sends his life in an unexpected trajectory that collides him with many unexpected characters in the Marvel universe, according to the Marvel streaming head Brad Winterbaum. Matt?
Have they announced who's playing Norman?
No, they haven't.
Oh, dude. I mean, what makes me excited about this is we may potentially be getting this may lead to a live action Norman Osborn, because they said that this is supposed to live in the MCU.
Yeah, but this also is kind of a big what if
What if?
story.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, even if it is a what if story, the thing that makes me excited about is, again, this may give us potentially the idea and the look and attitude of what a MCU Norman Osborn could be. Right.
Well,
Especially
2024.
yeah.
Yep.
Finish that thought, and then I'll go with mine. Go. Sorry.
I was gonna say, because I mean, you know, they've already announced they're doing Thunderbolts, they're doing you know, Secret Wars. I mean, these are all in the comics, these are all things that Norman Osborn has his hand in. So I mean, like it would be cool to finally see a live action Norman Osborn on screen, because again, I want to see not only Green Goblin, because Green Goblin is, you know, I want to see how Marvel does Green Goblin, aside from how we saw him in No Way
No
Home.
Way
But I
Home.
mean, I also want to see him become Iron Patriot. I also want to see him head the Thunderbolts. You know what I mean? Like, there's a couple of different things that Norman Osborn has his hands in. The Dark Avengers is another big thing that he starts, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I want to see Norman Osborn done right and firmly living in the MCU.
Right. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, it's to me, it feels like what if Norman Osborn was Peter Parker's surrogate dad? That's kind of like the hook of the show, right?
Mhm.
So
And it's in the comics, I mean, for a little bit, yes, until he finds out that he's Green Goblin.
right, but we don't know if this is MCU or not MCU. This could be another, you know, version of Marvel world,
See, I gotta see.
multiverse.
They said it lives in the MCU. I mean, it could be a part of the multiverse, but I mean,
Mhm.
they
Well,
did say specifically it does live in the MCU.
And that's where my theory is on. It goes one or two ways. One, by 2024, there will be more of the multiverse explained, where maybe, like you said, we get a live action Norman Osborn. Or two, they've already pretty much been on record that there is in the multiverse, which I guess is in the same theory, there is an animated version of all these characters. You know, you've seen them pass through them, so maybe that's how they exist. And eventually we get Who Framed Roger Marvel's MCU.
Right.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. So I guess they showed some footage at San Diego Comic-Con, and they showed Peter with Norman, with Harry Osborn, with Amadeus Cho,
Oh,
and
nice.
Nico Minoru. I don't know who Nico Minoru
Oh,
is.
from Runaways.
Oh,
She's one of the Runaways. She was actually in the Runaway show.
got it. Interesting. Interesting. So this could be just, you know, another version of the MCU that we didn't see because we are looking at Civil War in the big picture, right? This could just be this little pocket of the MCU that we're about to get introduced to that may pay dividends down the road, you know?
Right.
Interesting. All right. So school will be in session when Spider-Man freshman year swings onto Disney Plus in 2024. All righty then. All right.
Dope.
Speaking of MCU, it's clobbering time. So during a Marvel Studio panel, like Kevin Feige is just nonstop talking about Phase 4, Phase 5, Phase 6. So
Yeah.
during this panel, Feige announced that the Fantastic Four will launch MCU's Phase 6, which we know, but he also said it probably won't be an origin story. So kind of similar to what we were just talking about. Spider-Man, like there
Right,
was
yeah.
no origin story for Spider-Man. It was just like, here's Spider-Man, everybody. Deal
Right.
with
I
it.
mean, we don't necessarily need an origin story. Like, most people know the Fantastic Four's origin story, right? They know how
Mhm.
they kind of like came to be. The only person who needs an origin story because they've messed it up multiple times is Doctor Doom,
Yeah.
right? Because like they have ruined Doctor Doom twice in these movies, right? Like, you know, like he's not the Doctor Doom that he's supposed to be, right? Like, you know, he's the only character that I think needs a proper origin story. But aside from that, you don't need to do an origin story for the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I could see that with Doom because, like, honestly, the origin stories that they showed on screen wasn't really his origin story.
Yeah, and they
Plus,
were
those
very weird. Both of them were just like very weird.
those are what, pushing 20 years now, all of them.
Yeah,
Like,
Room-
let's just move on.
Rumor has it they already have his, his costume, and they've already started trying to cast the character. Correct?
Rumor has it he's
Yeah.
gonna be in Wakanda Forever. So I mean, like,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Rumor has it he's gonna have nipples.
definitely,
I've got nipples, Fokker. Can you milk me?
definitely gonna have
You guys
Batman.
hear that one? I just wanted to contribute.
For the love of all things Feige, I hope at some point, and I know I'm skipping ahead here, but I hope at some point Wade Wilson is watching the Fantastic Four on TV, and he sees them in a movie and says, "You're these guys? Like, which one are
Oh
you?"
my god.
God, if they don't somehow do that, I mean, as much as he breaks the fourth wall, that'd be so perfect.
That would be actually amazing. That would be amazing. Because he's already had the X-Men like in the background,
Mm-hmm.
which I loved. That was so cool. It's just like, oh my god, that's them, and they just no and shut the door.
But not in the budget. That's what it is.
So I have been watching it. I've been watching everything, and it's just, I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Oh, Wade is
Whoa.
here.
We have a new guest on the podcast.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Wade W. Wilson. Again, Phil is locked up in the closet. Why? Because fuck him. That's why.
Agreed.
Whoa, Wade, really earning that rated R.
Absolutely.
That's
Well, you have
excellent,
beautiful
sir.
eyes.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's the white covers the cancer, so it's great.
Okay.
And
That's,
we've gone dark.
Wait, how do you feel about the Fantastic Four?
I'm actually really good friends with Reed Richards. So I would love to see Reed get his own movie. He kind of needs it. Sue, I tend not to do well with him because every time I grab Reed's butt, she hits me, and I don't like being hit. I know it happens a lot, but
Wait, how do you feel about Max Headroom making a comeback?
oh, Max Headroom is amazing. I can't wait to see him back on screen. It's gonna be the best thing ever.
Wait, how do you feel about the voice of Ursula passing away?
No, okay, that made me cry. She is without a doubt the best hero in any of those movies.
Very good.
Wait, do you know
Very
what Ursula is?
I guess that's
What?
a yes.
That is a yes. I know who Ursula is.
No, I said what Ursula is.
Isn't she like a? She's the thing that the deep fucked, isn't she?
We are all over every universe right now.
Oh, absolutely.
The boys and whatnot. Okay. Very good. Wait, do you know Kevin Feige? How's that going?
I've met him a few times. He is a amazing guy. He understands me. He told me I get to make my own movie, and I mean, Fox let me make 2 movies, and they kept out of it. So I'm hoping Disney does the same thing.
Wait, can you get Kevin a new hat so he's not wearing the same Black Widow hat anymore?
His hat is amazing. Okay, do not talk about his hat. That's forsaken. Okay, that's like talking about I don't know who's the Star Wars guy in his cowboy hat. That guy, Dave Filoni. Don't talk about Dave Filoni in his hat. It's beautiful.
Wade, one of your eyes is starting to slip, and you're looking a little aggro right there.
You got a little bit of a tick.
Yeah.
That's
What's going on?
one of my eyes is bigger than the other, and that's on purpose.
One of these eyes is not like the other.
That Feige conversation really triggered you. My apologies.
I'm just saying.
Okay, let's
Oh,
keep
whoa.
going.
Whoa. Wait, no, let's see where this goes.
I was trying to.
We're gonna have Wade all over his face.
That is actually what I was doing. Why are you calling me out on a podcast? Come on.
Aren't you glad you got that rib removed, Wade?
I absolutely am. After Marilyn Manson did it, I was just like, I have to do this. It sounds like the best thing ever.
There you go.
What?
Wait, how do you feel about Phase 5 and 6 of the MCU?
All that matters to me is I'm getting my own movie. So kudos to me.
Who's gonna
when's that
play
gonna
you?
be?
Who's playing me? The only person who should ever play me, Ryan Reynolds. He is the sexiest man alive.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel.
I am telling you how I really feel.
Yeah.
I wonder if I touch Ryan Reynolds inappropriately, is that self pleasure or
Is that masturbation?
I have to wonder that.
I think
Only
it
if
is.
you're wearing the mask, it's okay.
Absolutely.
I think we're gonna have to chalk that up to yes. Yes, the answer is yes.
Absolutely, yes. Well, guys, I've got to get going. I may or may not let Phil out of that bag. Come
Okay.
back. Then somebody you might want to send somebody to open up the bag for you.
We'll think about that.
You may not be able to breathe, and you might want to get him some water.
We don't need him till Monday anyway.
Well, there's that.
We'll just message Jackie inside.
Yeah. I'll catch you guys later.
Okay.
Peace out, Wade.
Ooh.
And he's
He
gone.
just showed up. That's weird.
Man, is that do you what? How do you call? It's not like Beetlejuice, is it? You just Wade.
Apparently all you got to do is, I don't know, give Philippe. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Deadpool. Maybe Wade's like waiting in the hallway and just like putting little tacos out.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the closet.
He decided to let me out. Wade is kind of a dick. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we almost saw it.
Yeah. It was really
What?
weird. Really weird.
Who wants to see that shriveled up, cancer ridden thing, man? It looks like I don't know.
Speaking
looks
of which, join us on OnlyFans so you can see Wade's shriveled up cancer.
It looks like a banana that's been fried for too long.
And I
He's
want
really pushing
cereal.
that rated R. You know, he's
Uh,
taking Feige at his word. So speaking of Wade and Feige and Deadpool, do you think we're going to be getting a Deadpool announcement at D23?
I hope we do, man. Like I honestly hope that we do.
I hope you know what would be great is if Wade came out on stage, Deadpool comes out on stage, and he does without even acknowledging the crowd as him, just does all the MCU announcements for D23. That would be freaking fantastic.
And Ryan Reynolds would do that. So it's like he would totally do
That'd be
that.
so awesome.
I know that would be amazing. Even just having him on stage, just waving and then walking away. That's all we need. That's all we need.
Or he's in the back of the room and yelling stuff out while he's making the presentation.
That movie's gonna suck.
Oh man!
Don't blame it, Hugh Jackman. Green Lantern was a good movie.
That movie.
Oh my gosh! So
Green Lantern, good movie or best movie?
Harry Potter's my Wolverine.
Van Wilder's underrated. Okay, where were we? So Feige was talking about Deadpool 3, and he said they were going to take a big swing with it. And he said, how do we elevate it in the way that we've been able to with Civil War, Infinity War, Ragnarok, which are all like the third films.
Mm-hmm.
It's very fun to be in a world of the Ryan Reynolds show. So we'll see what happens, right? I think
I'm sure
gonna
he's
announce
been in the writing room with him because, like, you know, like Ryan has been like working on this movie for like almost 2 years now. And it's gone through like script changes, it's gone through like different writers and everything like that. But he's probably, I wonder if like the script changes are, oh, we don't like this, change this, or it's like, oh, it'll be a good idea. Now I gotta change the whole movie. I wonder if stuff like that where he just has these ideas and is like, oh my god, okay, now I have to rewrite the whole movie because this idea is better than the one I had before. And especially because he has all the toys that he can play with now. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. I don't know, man. We're about to find out so much. We're like on the cusp of it. We're like a month away.
I hope it has so many cameos, and not even with just like without context, just have one of them walk into the scene like in the background, just existing.
Yeah,
you know, whether it be X-Men, mutants, whatever the case is, but just like for the sake of it happening, just have them walk by and no mention of it.
Yeah.
exactly.
the voiceover would be like hilarious, like in the Deadpool 3 movie, like because he usually does his own voiceover because he has like his
Right.
head thoughts and stuff. Like it'd be funny. He's like, we're in Disney now. This is a thing. Did you just see that on screen? That was Ant-Man. He just walked by.
He's gonna be in a movie with Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Or like he's he's laying on the street and like you see somebody's ass and it turns out to be Chris Evans. Like that's what we need. We need stuff like that.
That is
nonstop.
America's ass.
He's like, America's ass.
You're making
Nonstop.
movies for Netflix now?
Okay, let's keep going. More Marvel stuff. So again, we're getting all to the D23. Let me get to the D23 stuff.
Okay.
Are you going to D23 by chance, Ray?
I'm not a D23 member, believe it or not.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I've never gone. I guess because I always think, I'll be a member, right before the next convention, and then when COVID happened, I just like, okay, well,
And
whatever.
you forget about it, and you're like, whatever.
Yeah. And then the fact that I haven't been to Disneyland proper in almost 3 years.
Really?
I mean, my closest Disneyland visit came from Mr. James 5000 when he.
Oh,
when
look
he
at that
listening
thing!
here,
Yeah,
I got
Look at
this
that.
because Lightyear's streaming now.
that's right. Oh yeah,
so-
that's right. I'm gonna go watch that after this.
Same.
you
Watch it
go.
together. It'll be a watch party.
Oh, we can hold hands in the Buzz Lightyear gauntlet. I love it.
Say less.
That's
Can we end this now?
I know, right?
Come on, do it now!
Okay, let's keep going. Sorry. D23. Sorry. I was looking into his eyes for too long. Sorry. My bad. D23 is coming. It's right around the corner. Whoa, what's happening?
Nothing. We're good.
I guess there's going to be a ton of stuff going on. I've never been to D23, but the more I hear about it, the more I kind of want to check it out.
Me too. I'm with you.
So, maybe I bet Josh is going. Your buddy
Yeah.
Josh Taylor.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure he is. Yeah, absolutely. And I think I want to go more now because most of their stuff they're gonna do it at D23. That's not Comic-Con. They'll make some here and there, but I think they've set the precedent now that D23 they're gonna hold most of their stuff in there. I actually expected them to wait for D23 to release the Wakanda Forever trailer, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were waiting on that, and that was a pleasant surprise.
There was a comment there was a post in the Darrington Post where someone had mentioned the lack of Wakanda trailer in Hall H, and I commented that like respectfully I was like as they should, that's their thing. They're waiting for D23, and then like literally I finished typing the comment and I think they released it.
That was Sheila Brown that was saying that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you remembering that.
Sheila Beasy.
Sheila Beasy.
So they're gonna have and this is just the Marvel stuff. There's still Star Wars, there's still Disney, there's still Pixar to talk about at D23. But I guess at D23, Marvel's gonna have a show floor. So there's gonna be a
What
Marvel.
does he drive?
What's that?
The show floor. What does he drive?
I don't know. Sorry, now I can't read. See, you threw me off.
That was a James joke if there's ever been a James joke.
Oh my goodness, you threw me off, and I was like, "Huh? What?" And I don't know where I was.
Sorry.
Marvel Studios Pavilion on the show floor will experience an awesome costume display.
Oh,
which
nice.
I'm
That's
kind of
cool.
thinking, where have we seen stuff like that? I think they have it at
El Capitan,
is it at El Capitan? Is that what it is?
where they have like the costumes from the movie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I went at a release. They had them for when I went to see Thor. There, they had some of the costumes. Avengers movies have had them in there. They'll have them in the lobby, which is really cool. When we saw Jungle Book, they had a lot of the costumes, but they had them on display inside the theater on the top.
Jungle Book? You mean like one loincloth?
Jungle Cruise. I'm sorry, Jungle Cruise. Yeah, they had the rocks. They had the rocks costume and like a bunch of other ones. Yeah,
a bunch of animal pelts and
It was
a
what
dark room,
taxidermied animals.
wonderful
Exactly.
room of death.
a stuffed Baloo. That's rude.
Look for the bare necessities.
Anyway, costume displays, exclusive giveaways, photo activations. I don't know what that means. Surprises. There's going to be a Shop Disney booth with all kinds of merch because we all love the merch for Avengers, Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be a Marvel draw panel,
Okay.
I guess.
Animation studio type of thing.
I think so. Let's see. Join Brian Crosby, Marvel's director of themed entertainment, for a real-time, step-by-step tutorial session on how to draw some of Marvel's most iconic heroes and villains.
So it's more of a comic thing, actually. It seems like it's more of a comic thing.
And then they have. Go ahead. What?
No, I was just saying, well, because at DCA they have the Animation Academy. Well, they'll show you how to draw the character. So I'm thinking it's going to be something like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I drew Pluto and Minnie Mouse.
Very cool. Those are so much fun.
Okay.
By the way, as a side.
All of a sudden, you're an Imagineer. Okay, slow it down. Just kidding. Okay, Hall D23 presentation, which is Saturday. There's going to be the filmmakers, celebrity talent, surprise guests from Marvel Studios will join Lucasfilm on stage in Hall D23 to showcase the theatrical and Disney Plus titles. Going behind the scenes of these studios, highly anticipated special series attendees will see exclusive footage and be among the first to learn what's in the works.
Box. What's in the box?
Yes. Like we were talking about that. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
We were talking about Cars on the Road. I think Cars on the Road is a Disney Plus Day release. So that's coming out like a month. So pretty cool. I'm down with that. Again, there's other stuff going on. I mean, they've only announced Marvel stuff, so I'm sure we're going to get a ton more Star Wars stuff. Star Wars has been kind of quiet besides Andor.
And that was a pretty cool trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super excited.
I mean, that's the thing that they do really well is you think to yourself that like, okay, this show might be okay. I don't know how good it's going to be. And then you see the trailer and it's like, this is amazing.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Yeah. Do I have that in rumors? No, I don't have it in rumors.
Hello.
Andor, they just announced it today, but Andor is going to be two seasons.
Right.
And I think it's 12 episodes each. So they just announced like the timeline.
And it's gonna just like how Rogue One ended and New Hope began, they're gonna have the Andor series end right as Rogue One begins. That's dope. I like that.
So
K2SO season 2, right? We're kind of banking on that.
They haven't announced it, but yeah.
I mean,
I'm hoping for K2SO in season 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because really they're going to show that the connection and how he got to K2SO. First season will not have Alan Tudyk in it, so they assume there's no K2SO, but that doesn't mean they can't find the K2SO droid and bring him in, and then he takes K2SO and creates K2SO. So
that's the final episode stinger. They show him in a pile or something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Right.
Maybe.
Or Alan Tudyk is in the entire season, and that was just kind of like
as a fake out.
A fake out, and that was a surprise to get everybody all excited about it.
Could be.
Disney does that.
Disney has known to lie.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of Disney, there's also going to be a 60-year celebration of the Amazing Spider-Man with a bunch of other stuff. So there's going to be a ton of Spider-Man merch for D23.
That's the thing. I always want to go to these things for the merch. So now, man.
Then you got to go. But if you're excited now, just so you know, D23 is sold out.
I know. I already know. That's why I'm not even
worried about it. You're like, oh, it's sold out.
Yeah, I'll just get someone to get me the merch. Josh.
I know, right? Josh, get down there. Okay, more MCU news. This is the last news story, but it's on the gaming front. This one's quick. So EA, Electronic Arts, is working with Marvel on developing a new open world Black Panther video game.
Oh man, that's cool.
I'm curious what studio they're gonna have doing this, and the reason is because if it's Respawn is the studio that did Fallen Jedi.
Fallen Order,
right. Fallen Order. And that game was amazing. right?
Very
So, and you know, Respawn is the original, the original studio that made,
Spider-Man.
no,
Oh.
they made Call of Duty, the original Call of Duty.
Okay. Have
Modern
you played Spider-Man as an aside? Phil, I know it's a PS.
No, 'cause I don't have PS5.
Oh man, that's
I
such a
want
fun
to.
game.
I want to be that's one of the only reasons I want to get a PS5.
When I come over, I'll bring you. I'll let you trip out on it.
Yeah, man. But I mean, like, Respawn Entertainment, again, they're the ones that did the Modern Warfare games, the first Modern Warfare games that like everybody hailed as like the best Call of Duty games that ever hit
Right.
the franchise.
Mhm.
They all got fired from because you know Activision was like, well, we want to go in this direction. They're like, we don't want to do that, and they all left and started Respawn Entertainment, and they're responsible for what is that game? Titanfall.
Okay.
Right. So
I
they're
enjoyed that.
yeah, Titanfall. And of course, if you're a Titanfall player, you know that that spawned, for lack of a better word, right? That spawned Apex Legends, which is like one of the hugest games on the internet right now, right? So like, you know, that's all Respawn Entertainment. They're the ones that like created all that stuff. So they were the ones that did the exclusive work for Fallen Order, and the sequel. Survivor, the new game that's coming out. They're also like they're the ones that did that. So I mean, it would be kind of cool to see, since Disney trusted EA to do that game, if they trust them to do a Black Panther game.
Yeah. And by the way, they did say that this will not feature T'Challa in a vibranium suit. So this is probably going to take place, you know, either on a separate timeline or it's going to take place after Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Interesting. I wonder if it'll be a tie-in game.
I'd be fine with the T'Chaka story.
Yeah, right.
That'd be dope too.
So it'll be interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder like how much this ties in, because you said it's tying into the MCU.
No, they didn't say anything besides it will not be a T'Challa in the vibranium suit story.
Okay. Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see what how
Yeah,
this.
you're right. It might be a tie-in, especially with, you know, it being EA and you can buy all the other microtransactions and all that stuff. So
hopefully no microtransactions, because that's what they did with the Fallen Orders. They didn't put any of that in there because solo play. It was a single player game. So
right,
got it. All right. So no date when the Marvel game will leap onto store shelves.
Yeah.
See what you did there. I like it. I like it, sir.
Panthers jump.
That's all my news. That's all my news.
So we got some rumors.
I got some rumors.
I don't know where to get.
All right, we're starting some rumors.
Okay, get your tacos ready. I got two of them. Okay, so Disney is developing a new Haunted Mansion, you know, movie with director Justin Seaman. I don't know why I wanted to say his name again. Justin Seaman.
Is there no other reason you want to say his name?
I guess that's it. Justin Seaman. But the rumor is that
was it?
Not Justin Seaman. I'm not talking about Justin Seaman anymore. But Jamie Lee Curtis will be taking on the role of Madame Leota, the disembodied head, you know, in the middle of that room, the one in the crystal ball.
No, that's not Madame Leota.
No,
go get out of here.
Ooh, you got a Disney elitist.
You are correct. You are correct.
That's the bride, whatever her
right.
name is.
The bride. For some reason, I thought that was the same person.
Yeah. Summer right now, Bird doesn't know why, but she just got really angry.
Yeah, angry.
Just doesn't know why.
She's like, my Disney senses are tingling. An idiot just made a false Disney claim.
This is true.
And then the funniest part is, like, in 2 minutes, for some reason, Bird's gonna hop in the chat and just be like,
"What the
I'm not gonna watch the show in, like, 2 years, but I just heard you make that really bad Disney call, and I so want to stab you right now.
Exactly.
100% yes.
Jamie Lee Curtis as Madame Leota. Kind of cool. I'm kind of down with this. Tacos on the table, huh? Nah.
Is it a rumor? Is it not confirmed?
It's a rumor when I wrote this, but
Copy that. I know. I wasn't me contradicting. I was curious. I more so than anything.
yeah. Well, she put something out on Instagram that kind of like 99% like solidified it, but it wasn't like announced.
Gotcha.
But I kind of dig it. Like this
I mean,
cast
that would
is
be cool.
This cast is getting pretty good. Lakeith Stanfield from Knives Out, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson from Loki, Danny DeVito, Rosario Dawson, right?
I really hope that Danny DeVito plays one of the hitchhiking ghosts, like one of the
he has to.
ghosts.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he looks like the Hatbox Ghost.
There it is. Well, okay. Go ahead. Well, you finish.
Haunted Mansion will have 999 haunts into theaters March 10th.
Ooh, spooky.
I could swear I saw someone say that Leto was doing Hatbox Ghost.
I think that's it.
Huh?
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
Which,
whatever.
You wanted me to be? Oh
no. The fact that he's the Hatbox Ghost. I'm saying that was my.
I think that just came out like yesterday.
Yeah, I think. I think it was right. It was the day before Jamie Lee Curtis came up, so it was this week.
Yeah, so he's in it too, which is kind of cool. I dig that. Tacos on the table. Jamie Lee Curtis. Yes. No. Yes.
I say yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
see her playing Madame Leota.
I put my birria tacos on the table for that one. Okay, next one.
I've just an extra taco to put on the table. A Jack in the Box taco. Is she gonna be?
That's why they come in twos.
Mm-hmm. Is the movie gonna be her always for the disembodied head, or is she gonna play Madame Leota before she becomes a disembodied head?
And I was just thinking I wonder if she's gonna be Madame Leota before she's the disembodied head.
Mm-hmm. That would be pretty. That would be a pretty good pull, because if she plays her before that, the potential for sequels, and all she has to do is just get a camera from here to here, and she's good to go.
Exactly.
That would actually be pretty cool,
right? A scene with her, or multiple scenes at her table, her seance table, before she actually comes in the crystal ball, in the globe.
I dig that. Did you know that the actress that played Madame Leota for the ride, right? Her daughter is like one of the people that is like manages the grounds for Disneyland. So she has to go check on all the different rides and everything like that. So like every day she gets to hear her mom's voice.
That's dope.
As she checks the ride. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute.
That's pretty awesome.
All right, I'm getting back to it. So last week, right? Not last week. This week. Last week? Momoa, Ben Affleck. We talked about it. He's coming back, but from multiple sources, we're saying that Michael Keaton filmed one scene. Michael Keaton.
WNBC.
Michael Keaton.
Oh, you sure it's me? Yep. Let's go with that.
I'm filmed a scene for Aquaman's sequel.
Come on. You want to get crazy? Come on, let's get nuts.
I was doing more Beetlejuice than anything, but
that's one of my favorite scenes from that version of Batman. We're just
you want to get crazy? Let's get nuts. You ever dance with the? You ever dance by the pale moonlight?
You ever dance with the devil?
Another man's rhubarb.
You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?
Okay,
we derailed this, James. Huh?
Michael Keaton.
You gotta. Okay.
So the whole report: Michael Keaton filmed scenes for Aquaman Tacos on the table, yes or no? Yes.
I say absolutely. I think they're gonna do a whole multiverse thing with that. It seems like, I mean, it's been seeming like they've already been talking about doing Michael Keaton in that movie. I mean, even though we know Batfleck is coming back, I can see it.
And I say tacos on the table, yes, because he would have shot all this stuff all at the same time. Because as we all now know, Michael Keaton has other shit to do.
Well, there's multiple Michael Keatons, right? Because what was he in that one movie? Multiple Man or something?
I
All
like
kinds of-
pizza. I like pizza. Multiplicity. I love that movie.
Multiplicity.
Hi,
That was
Chief.
it. Hey, Steve. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like multiple Michael Keatons. It's all good. He can do all the Batmans he wants. All the
Yeah,
movies.
as long as he does it all in one day, because he's got other shit to do.
Exactly.
I don't think this is true. I don't think this is true. I think it was supposed to be Ben Affleck. It's Ben Affleck the entire time. You know, Keaton's from another universe. We don't need to bring him into Aquaman. He's already in Flash. He's gonna show up in Wonder Woman next. Come on. Anyway, my tacos are not on the table for that, and
Wow.
that's how we end rumors.
Oh man,
That's how we end rumors.
it's a hot take.
Yes. You know how we end rumors? We end it with "We got merch, people." Because
We got merch, people.
That's great. I'm
Because
wearing
we all-
some.
We
So
all got
we-
hats. We all got hats. And if you want a hat, just like the one on Ray's head, you can get one too. $35 each or $30 if you're going to buy multiple hats. Come get some. We got Galaxy Gray. We got Baller Black. Come get some.
Come get some.
Shirts. We also have shirts. So they're $20 or $25 if we got to ship them. Just DM us and let us know your size. By the way, I was just talking to our buddy Joe. He messaged me and said, we're getting ready to do some more printing. So if you're looking for large, extra large 2X sizes, we will have those very soon. We've been out for a little bit on some, but we still have mediums because who's a medium? And we got some
Adrian
smalls.
Double A.
Clearly,
Exactly.
I am.
All right. I wore a medium in 1982. That's about it.
I don't think I've ever fit in a medium.
There's one time I got a medium over my neck.
One time I got a medium pizza and ate it all to myself. That's about it.
Hey.
Sounds about right.
Anyway, all you got to do, DM us, Instagram, just at Distance Nerding. Tell us if you want a hat, if you want a shirt, you want both hats, you want both shirts, whatever. Come get some.
Get it. Now, guys, what do we do on Mondays? I mean, is there something that we do on Mondays?
I
Eat
think-
tacos.
We definitely eat tacos. Definitely have tacos. Ladies and gentlemen, on Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m., we do The Build on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Come and hang out with me as I build Lego kits. Right now, I am building Optimus Prime, and it is very exciting.
And we all have to hope that Wade will release you from the closet for Monday.
Yeah. I mean, he keeps track of me. I mean, he's kind of
Maybe Wade does the build.
That would be
good.
fantastic. And the eye just kind of just keeps
Oh,
going
that's weird.
down.
Is it somebody's butt? Oh, no. Wade, come on.
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
Shut your mouth.
Now you have banana penis. Huge
Yeah.
banana
I don't have a banana pink. Okay, yeah, just
The Build on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we build Legos. We do nerdy brackets. We do interviews, just like this past Monday, we interviewed Ryan A. Prince. Who's making fun of me? You making fun of me?
nerdy bracket.
Well, who do we have coming up?
this week we have Wayne the Unknown, who is a fellow podcaster. We've been on his show, but he also goes to cons and covers cons as a podcaster.
And on the build, we're going to get to know Wayne the Unknown.
Right.
Oh,
Kind of get into how he got into podcasting and the shows that he does, how long he's been doing it for, all that kind of stuff, what made him want to be a podcaster. Kind of like, just relate a little bit because obviously we do a show too. So
We do.
We
This
do.
is just for us, dude. You guys said this wasn't gonna get released. I thought it was just the three of us talking on.
No, I mean, if you still want to talk about your nipples, go for it. We're all listening.
show you
All
my
of us are
nipples.
listening. On that note, speaking of nipples, what are your pluggables?
Hey, give us some pluggables, baby.
I have been known to put my nipples into an outlet, and it's not pretty. That's why I have no hair, actually, because my pluggables are at Raider Ray, just as you see it on the screen. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, OnlyFans, where I only show my left nipple because that's the one I'm proud of.
Yeah.
Oh, you got an OnlyFans too? We got to collaborate.
Yes. Well, it'll be my nipple and Wade's banana shriveled cancer-ridden penis. So it'll be
shriveled. It is cancer-ridden though. It's terrible. The only person who loves
overcooked banana.
Yeah, like the only person who enjoys it is they made a character. Yeah, like they made a character like it in the movies, but in reality, a succubus is the only thing that's ever loved me. So it happens.
And Wade would just like a sucky Wade.
Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, The Distance Nerdington Post.
You lasted longer than I thought you would, James. Quite honestly, I didn't think you let us get that far.
Waiting for him to kill the joke right now, guys. Guess what you can do? You can go to distancenerding.com. Guys, you can join the taco party. You can be awesome like so many people before you, and you can join the taco party. Buy us a taco, and when you do so,
we'll eat it. Oh,
well, yeah, we'll eat it. But in reality, it helps us get more stuff to help you guys out, to more prizes for you, and
more shirts, more hats, more stickers,
all those kind of things, right?
More the shirts and we'll eat the hats.
Exactly. Now, guys, if you want to find us, you got to find us on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook Live, Facebook itself, all at Distance Nerding.
Say the last line, Ray.
Say the last line, Ray.
Thanks, and keep nerding together. There, nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it.
Hey, I'm on it.
Nailed it. Time for that dance party, baby.
Dance party. Are you ready for this?
Is that an unboxing? Woo!
Distance Nerding.
He's got glasses.
Shout out to Raider Ray getting the glasses back to finally see.
I stole them at Funko.
Don't say that. You did not steal that. We are upstanding citizens.
Oh, mine shipped today, by the way.
Mine's in my hand today.
I hate you. Everything you stand for. I live closer to him than you. How do you get yours first? And you're correct. I did not steal those.
See you next week.